There he is.
There he is.
There he is. Oh, they're going bananas for you, Dave. They're going bananas for you. They're not stopping. Please, please, folks, please, please. Thank you.
They stopped.
Dave K Music. Thank you so much. And I just want to point out before Dave was about to talk, but I just wanted to point out Dave could hear what I was doing in there. He could hear everything that I was doing, and that is an upgrade for all you subs out there. Just know your money's going to a good place. Dave K Music, thank you so much for being on the show, my friend. I feel like I know you. I feel like I've had this long history with you already. Like we've already known each other for months, and we just like I've been in your chat where it's like 4 a.m. for me, and then who knows what time it is for you, and you're just strum along, and I'm just in there still half tired, just typing away whatever nonsense that comes falling out of my fingertips, and you endure it, so I do appreciate that as well. How you doing, man? I know it's early.
Good, man. Good. The tables have turned now. It's probably a good hour for you, and it's crack of dawn for me. So
yes, it is. Yeah,
I get a taste of my own medicine.
well, I think the big difference is that I asked you to do this, and you never asked me to come to your stream and be like, hang out and say stupid stuff to you. This is completely, yeah. So I do appreciate that. I mean. I don't imagine that you're used to these kind of hours. Is this outside of your normal thing?
No, it's not too shabby for me. Like the missus is a shift worker, so she's often up at 5 a.m. Going to work, so I can sort of slightly wake up a little bit. Well, I don't know. The last time when was the last time I woke up this early? I was probably to go scuba diving.
Wow.
Yeah, we had to go for a 2-hour drive to be somewhere by like 8 a.m. when the boat left. So it's like, fuck, get up and go, just drive. So it's more comfortable rather than jumping on the road and trying to drive a car.
Yeah.
When you just had like 4 hours sleep.
Well, you went scuba diving. How was that? I heard that.
Yeah, it's good.
I heard that it's very good diving out in Australia.
Yeah, like I think you got to go. I'm on the east coast of Australia, but the further up you go north, you get towards like you hit the Great Barrier Reef and all that sort of stuff. You've probably heard about the Great Barrier Reef.
Yes.
So that's always awesome when you get up there. But down where I am, the diving. I've done a few dives down here, but it's not as great. Or maybe I just haven't been on good days.
It's the slum dive down there where you're at.
Yeah, there's a really good shipwreck dive.
I like
apart
that.
from coral and stuff, the coral's all dead. And
oh dang, I heard about that. That's right. The coral, like even the Great Barrier Reef is dying off, right? Like that's soon to be gone.
Pretty wild.
Yeah,
pretty wild. So try and get there if you can and check it out before it goes.
Yeah, really. No kidding, man. That's crazy. It's how long has that been going? I mean, do you even know? Like, I know it's been a while, but like, wasn't it like just a few years ago they were just like, this thing is declared kind of dead? I mean, like, it's been a while, right? It's been
man. From as long as I can remember, it's always been on the decline. I don't really like follow it religiously, but yeah, the poor old reef. It's been copping it hard. I remember when I was a kid, they were talking about it being like bleached and shit.
Yeah.
And,
oh wow. Even as a kid.
And some other invasive species of coral was killing all the other ones, but I think it was called the thorn of crowns or something like that. But
dude, everything's invasive in Australia. Like everything is coming for you in Australia. I just feel like as soon as you get off the plane, you gotta like bat off some kind of weird spider that's gonna like make your left side of your body go completely numb for the next 4 years. It's just like it's a very scary situation you got over there, but I heard it's nice. And
it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful, and like I don't know, there's lots of critters and stuff, but I'm still alive. I haven't died yet, so it's pretty good. You got a pretty good chance. If I can survive this long, I think anyone can survive this long.
If Dave K Music can survive Australia, you can too, folks. You heard it here first. Dave, man. So I'm going through your YouTube, and I found that lovely picture of, well, I mean, I had no idea that you were like a straight up shredder. Like I knew you were a great guitarist, Like I totally respect your playing.
Oh, cheers, cheers.
But then when I came across that picture where you have the makeup on and you're in your monitors, it's the in your monitors video where it looks
Oh,
like you're
right, yeah.
backstage with your bandmates, and you're all like, you got the. I showed it before you came on, but you got the mascara going and
Yeah,
everything.
big makeup.
I love. I was like, whoa! Mustache Dave was like goth rocker. I love it, dude. I mean, like you're a shredder. Like you got metal videos on there. You got all kinds of stuff, man. Tell me a little bit about your musical background.
Yeah, well, that video of the eating monitors was back. I worked at a cabaret restaurant for about 10 years, up until about, I can't remember. I got a really bad memory. Maybe like 2017, 2018. I can't remember when I finished up there. But yeah, there was a place on the Gold Coast called Dracula's, and I was a guitarist and among other things there, and ended up becoming musical director for the place for about 5 of those years. So yeah, that was an interesting place, and that was probably my first music gig as well, because I was sort of doing like a chefing apprenticeship before I did any music. Like I play guitar, but not professionally or anything, just as a hobby. And someone gave me the heads up to audition for this place called Dracula, so I did, got the job, and never went back to cooking since. So it's been pretty good. That was a wild ride. I learned a lot there, having to play. I don't know. You play everything there. It's pretty much like a vampire themed cabaret restaurant. So it's like the whole building is like a haunted castle sort of thing. It's got a little ghost train ride. You go in, you line up, you get heckled. People come in, you sit down, you get like, I think it's like a 3-course meal and all these like crazy cocktails with like little eyeballs and stuff in them and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then we'd be part of the music side and the show side. So you just run a band. It was usually a 3 or 4-piece band, and you'd play anything from like jazz when the people are walking into the venue to like, to rock, to, I don't know, anything that's on those sort of, what do you call it? Top chart music sort of stuff.
Yeah, the pops.
But then, yeah, all the pop stuff. And there was like, I don't know, there's crazy stuff there. They had like a fly coaster where you'd have to like go on a harness, and they'd put me up there with a guitar. So I'd have to play guitar while flying on a harness. And there was aerialists with like, I don't know, it was just everything. It was just a variety show, I suppose, but with a bit of a vampire theme. So yeah, that video was from then. And that was good fun.
I love
But
it.
now I'm doing, yeah.
So when was that? When did you work there?
So from 2009, I think I started,
Okay.
to about 2018. I was there for just under 10 years, I think.
Wow. So you were just
Yeah.
like up there shredding away for a good majority of that time?
Yeah, 5 nights a week, or 5 to 6 nights a week sometimes, and it usually like full house is probably like 500-600 people. So
Holy crap. Now, this was sort of your first was sort of your first time being a full-time musician in your life?
yeah, pretty much full time gig.
And,
That was the first of it. So yeah, did it for 10 years, and
I mean, I
did a
can't
good chunk of
imagine
it there.
all the things that you learned from that. I mean, because not only are you learning these, not only are you playing every night of the week and you're working on your chops or whatever, but you're also you're learning new songs all the time, and you're like you're learning how to be in a band. You're learning how to get along with your coworkers and stuff. So I mean, that
Yeah.
sounds like an amazing paid training. This what that sounds like.
Yeah. It was invaluable, really. And like oftentimes with doing that video about eating monitors, we'd have to use eating monitors sometimes because there was multiple stages as well. So you'd have like a stage in the middle, 2 side stages on the sides, and then 2 stages above there as well, up above. So often you'd have a drummer who couldn't really go anywhere. He'd be stuck in one corner. You could be up on another corner, and you still got to play in time together. So obviously you use in-ears because you can't hear him from where you're
Right.
standing.
Yeah, he's
And you
staying on the
can't.
other side.
Yeah.
How big is this place? This place sounds like a huge theater or something.
Yeah, like it fit about, I think, max around 600 people.
Right.
So it was a pretty good sized building.
And where do you live? Do you mind?
I'm out. That was on the Gold Coast.
Oh,
So
okay.
I've currently moved out west since then.
Now,
But yeah, I was on the Gold Coast for most of my life growing up.
what's the difference between the Gulf Coast and where you live?
The Gold Coast is right on the beach, so it's a huge tourist destination, I think.
Is that where like the like Sydney is and like
No,
all
so
the
it's Sydney is down in New South Wales. So if you go up one state about and drive about 9 hours north from Sydney,
Gotcha.
you'll hit the Gold Coast, and it's where like lots of theme parks. There's a heap of theme parks. There's heaps of beaches. It's like a real touristy area. So yeah, I sort of moved there when I was 2, and from Japan, and just pretty much I was there for pretty much 30 years.
Wow.
So
Why did you move from Japan to that place?
I don't know. I have to ask my parents. No,
I know
I was
you
only
said you
2
were
when I
2.
came here. So
Well, yeah, I know, but
um,
like you never asked them why why would you move from Japan to Australia?
I think they moved us here because it's easier. It's easier to for school and stuff. Because
Hmm.
in Japan it's pretty hard, I think, when you're like studying and that sort of stuff. They're pretty firm on how they, I don't know, bring you up. So yeah, it's a bit more laxed over in Australia, which is nice. So I think it was a good choice. I was happy about it.
Have you been back there?
Oh yeah, I would go back a lot, but since COVID,
No. Well.
haven't been able to get there. So.
Do you have like still like a bunch of family over there?
Yeah, I got an auntie over there. My father was over there, and then he passed away last year. So
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
um,
that.
not much family, but there's some, and a couple of uncles and aunties and stuff, and
Hmm.
cousins. But yeah, it's one of my favorite places to go to. It's a bloody beautiful country.
What else besides being beautiful? Why do you like it so much?
Uh, I don't know. It's just the culture. Just the people are different. The people are different. It's so wild because I've been to a couple of other countries, and I always think back and go, man, I really like Japan. Like,
But
yeah, the people are kind. It's relatively safe. Like, I'm probably biased because I did spend a lot of my childhood there. So, and of course, there's family and food. Like, I fucking
right,
love Japanese food.
and,
So,
and you look like the people who live there, so that helps as
kind
well.
of, not
Oh,
really.
you don't
It's weird because when you're
really?
over there, that you're considered like a Westerner,
Wow.
and then yeah, and because I don't really speak Japanese, I
Right,
can
but
understand a
you
little
kind
bit,
of
but I
look
can't
like.
speak
I
it.
mean, not kind of, but you look like them. But as soon as they start talking to you, they're like, "Oh, okay." Or
Yeah,
or do you
it's
like? Is there
weird.
like physical? Like, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be weird about race or anything, but I'm just curious on how they can just look at you and be like, "Nah." I mean, I guess
Yeah,
if I saw you with that mustache walking around in the subways in Japan, I guess you would stick out a bit. I don't think that's a
yeah, it's
huge.
not too common. I suppose I don't know the way I dress and the way
Mm.
I guess yeah, it's a little bit different over there. So they can. I usually stick out a bit,
Yeah.
and I probably with my missus as well, who's not Japanese, so we probably just stick out
Well,
a
yeah,
lot. So
well, I remember going down to Mexico as a kid. My mom's from Mexico, and it's
ah
like going down there and visiting the family, and I don't look Mexican. And so like all my cousins are just like, "What is this? What is that you brought in here?" Is the cherry blossom mountain in Japan? Ooh, that's a question. Oh yeah, and I forgot to tell everybody, if you guys want to ask questions, the chat's not moving too crazy today, but sometimes it gets a little wild. So if you have any questions for Dave, please do use the channel points. It's very helpful to keep track of all the stuff, the goings on, and for some reason I've lost my channel points, so I guess that's out the window. Whatever. All right. But the cherry blossom mountain, that's coming from Lurch. He
yeah.
asked that. Is that in
Oh,
Japan?
Lerchi. Yeah. Cherry Blossom Mountain is in
Lurch.
Japan. That's where my auntie lives. That's Sakurajima is the mountain.
Hmm.
It's not a mountain. It's a volcano, and it's Japan's most active volcano, believe it or not. And
Oh,
that's way down south.
I think because you kind of have a story and a song about this,
Yeah, I've
right?
got a song called Cherry Blossom
Yeah.
Mountain. So that was a song about Sakurajima, which is just across. I was born in the city across from Sakurajima
Oh,
in
nice.
Kagoshima, but my auntie lives on Sakurajima, and it's a fucking beautiful place too. It's just it's unreal. It's like full of natural hot springs. It's like a scene from Jurassic Park, really, because it's like this giant mountain that just like has smoke spewing out of it all the time, ash coming out of it all the time.
Wait,
Like,
and people are just living at the bottom of that thing, like
yeah, man,
they're just
people
like
live on it, like, and it's just it's wild because it's just ash. Like anything that you look at the ground and you see, oh, that's dirt, it's ash. It's all
wow.
ash, and it's just, yeah, it's a magical place.
Is it really
It's really,
is it really fertile there? Is it a lot of, like
yeah,
okay.
it's like it's super green when
Mhm.
it's like, oh, actually it's kind of gray until it rains and washes all the ash off the plants, and then it's like super green.
Wow, that's
But
so interesting. I mean, like to me, that I don't know. I would never want to live at the bottom of an active volcano. But I mean, is there like? I just imagine that people have like horrible lung issues living there. I don't know. Is that a thing? Like,
I think, yeah, it probably could be a thing. Like there's less and less people living there now,
yeah.
and I think a lot of people are steering away from it. But like, it's not too bad. Like, I don't know, my auntie's been there. She's what, like 70 now or
Wow.
something, around 70, and she's still there kicking about and doing her thing.
Still there kicking about. That's good. That's good. Hey, man. So, when's the last time that you went over there?
Um, would have been, oh man, I got a bad memory. It's probably like, I'll have to look at. I always go on my phone and look at photos, and it tells you the date.
Okay,
It's
okay,
probably maybe 2018 or
okay.
2017. I'm not too sure.
That's
It was a
awesome.
few years now.
I mean that's a cool place. How far away? How long of a flight is that?
Oh, from Australia, or for where I am, it's only about a 9-hour flight
Oh, okay, okay.
to the bottom island. But you don't usually get too many flights directly there, so you have to go up a bit, overshoot, and go to one of the main cities like Tokyo or Osaka,
And then
and
fly
then
out from
make your
there.
way back down.
Ah, I got you. It's sort of like L.A. You got to fly in L.A. to go to these terrible little cities and
Oh,
in
really?
America. Sometimes, I mean, for like international, like LAX and it's kind of a hub. Like Detroit Metro is kind of a hub. I guess they're all kind of hubs here. I don't know. Maybe I'm just
Yeah,
talking on my ass. Maybe that's what's
I've
going
never
on
been
here.
to America. I want to go over there one day.
Oh,
It
dude.
sounds like a cool place.
Oh, dude, you can just run up in the Capitol and start breaking shit. It's awesome. You could just fucking like march into the Capitol building and just start taking selfies next to in
Scared
Nancy
everyone.
Pelosi's fucking office. It's amazing. America's crazy. It's wonderful. The land of freedom. We have so much freedom that we allow our citizens to just run through the fucking Capitol and with Viking horns on, with a face painted with Viking horns on. Yeah, it's
That's
pretty great.
wild.
It's a
That's
pretty great
wild.
place, Dave. It's a pretty great place. You're missing out. You're really missing out. Have you heard what's going on here? I mean, do you follow anything
uh,
that happens here? I don't.
I've seen a little bit. To be honest, I don't really watch the news or anything like that. But I have seen that dude in the horns, and
Have seen that dude the
that has made
horns.
its way over here on. I can't remember what I saw. I think it was appearing on like memes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
it was
about
pretty.
it. It's
It
like I
sounds
get my
pretty wild.
news from my memes.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, oh shit, must be going down.
Oh, it's fun. It's fun. Like there's a lot of it's starting a lot of talk about like freedom of speech and the rights of protest and what it is to like what's acceptable to post on Twitter. You guys don't really have that kind of issues, do you? Like you guys don't really. I mean, you guys put a kind of you guys kind of like clamp down on anything that you guys deem like hate speech or anything, right? Because
I
like
think so.
because like here in
I'm not.
America,
Yeah.
you can like KKK can hold a rally as long as it's peaceful and they get the permits. It's
Right.
fine. But like in Australia, it's not like that. Or am I wrong? I don't know.
I don't think so. No.
I don't, we don't,
There's probably stuff that exists out there, but like I said, I don't watch the news or anything like
Mhm.
that, so I'm not really up to date with
No,
all
it's
the
fine.
know-how of what's
No,
going
it's
on.
fine.
So
I was just curious on what your opinion was on what all
yeah,
of it all about it.
all
I
right,
don't know.
all right.
I mean,
You got
what
this.
is your opinion on freedom of speech? I mean,
Freedom of speech.
yeah.
So like
I know
you
that's a
just you
very
just say
broad term. Well, I mean,
yeah.
I'm saying like freedom of speech because there's this big debate right now about like Twitter and not letting people like the president, our president got banned from Twitter for 12 hours, and so there's these arguments about like
Right.
what should people be allowed to post, what should people allowed to be saying in public, you know, like because they're kind of blaming our president for inciting this riot or insurrection, but I don't even think Duck Dynasty knows what insurrection means. So that wasn't really an insurrection. It was more like a bunch of fat people like waddling through the halls of justice, like breaking shit. I would say that
Oh,
was
okay.
just. But what's really weird about the situation is that there's like these videos of people just being let in. Like there's like literally the cops are just taking selfies and letting people in. It's just really fishy. But
Yeah.
but there's this big debate here about, you know, what people should be allowed to say in public, and they're blaming our president for inciting this riot. So I'm just curious on what your thoughts are on that. I mean, do you think people should be edited? Do you think Twitter should keep people from saying stuff? I mean, just your opinion. I know you don't pay attention,
I
but
don't know.
what's your opinion?
Yeah, like no idea. Like no, normally I don't know. I just go by the thing of don't be. We just say don't be a cunt over here. Like yeah, it's pretty straightforward. But not of course not everybody adheres to that. But I just
Not
kind
at
of roll
all.
with that. Yeah,
And that's it. There
pretty much. Yeah, just don't
and
be a
that's
cunt. It's
it.
pretty simple.
If you're being ridiculous, just keep it to yourself. It really is what you're saying. Fair
Yeah, I
enough.
don't know.
No, I understand. I understand. It's someone who doesn't pay attention to that and who's like concerned about like shredding and being a good boyfriend or whatever. It's not like I don't really care. It's like I got my own life. That's what it seems like you're saying. It's like I
Yeah,
don't yeah, bro. I
I
got
don't know.
cats,
Just
son.
do whatever makes you happy. Do whatever makes you happy.
So tell me about, you know, I was watching this interview. How does Dave go about writing songs? Sure. No, yeah, let's get into it. Frogger Ray. Sorry, I'm just calling you Frog. What do you
Froggy
call
Ray, Froggy Ray,
Froggy Ray?
Froggy Ray. Yeah,
Froggy Ray.
absolute talented
Froggy.
artist.
Froggy Ray. Oh, okay, Froggy Ray, welcome. So, thank you, Dave, for clearing that up for me. I had no idea how to pronounce that, but of course, we speak English good, so you can't hold it against me too much.
Yeah, yeah. It's in
Um,
the name.
it's in the name, man. It's in the name. Like if you don't know by now, if you don't know me by now. Okay, I'm like looking at Froggy's profile right now instead of conducting an interview. Uh, so, oh shit, hold on, sorry, just covered up chat. So yeah, what about it? How do you go about writing songs, especially when I see on your YouTube where like you'll play metal and all this stuff. So you obviously have a wide spectrum of music that you appreciate. So how do you
Yeah.
go about writing songs and yeah, go ahead. We'll start there.
How do you write songs? How do you? You start with a chord progression, or not even. Sometimes you start with lyrics. I wrote the album from my band Slips in the FWs, the album Sugoi. That was the first album I've ever written. So
Oh,
that was a
okay.
pretty good experience, and it's just it just comes to you sometimes in weird places. Sometimes you'll be sitting in a car and you think of a melody, and you put a little get your phone and do the audio, what do you call it, voice memo, and you just sing into your phone. A lot of it, if you're trying to think of melodies and stuff, you just sing it into your phone, because like music obviously comes from up here, not the instrument. It's just the instrument's just a tool to get that sound from in your head out. So yeah, you sort of just well, I usually hear it in my head first, and then just try and figure out how to play it on guitar. Primarily, I don't really play too many other instruments, but yeah, just it's a strange one, songwriting. It's a strange one, but
Yeah.
I've written some metal stuff as well, which has never been released. Uh, I,
Oh, come on, Dave. Let's get some fucking Dave K metal going.
yeah, I'm going to be working with a metal band soon. We're in like a rehearsal sort of stage at the moment. So I think this year, can't believe it's January already. Yeah, this year we'll probably have a couple couple metal gigs, and that's with another metal band with a good friend of mine. So that'll be fun.
Oh hell yeah! Like what kind of metal is it gonna be? Like thrasher? Is it gonna be screaming? Or
Black metal, black metal.
black metal.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Do you have some black metal bands that you were really into?
Yeah, I used to listen to a lot of black metal, and like I think I like black metal and death metal when I was a kid.
Were you into like those Norwegian guys who were like killing each other and
Yeah,
eating each
yeah,
other? Yeah, those guys were awesome.
yeah. All those ones up north, like this, a lot of the Scandinavian stuff was
Yeah.
probably what appealed to me
Oh yeah,
most. But
Scandinavian.
at the moment, I'm probably just listening to more of the old time stuff now,
Yeah. Well,
only because I'm doing that the most. Really,
right.
if yeah, if it depends. Like if you when it goes back to writing, if
Hmm.
you're writing stuff, if I'm writing metal, I'll listen to a lot of metal, and you get inspiration from all the music that you're listening to. But what I'm currently doing the most right now is old time stuff. So if I am listening to music, which I don't really listen to too much,
Oh really?
it will be the old time stuff. Yeah.
You don't listen to too much music?
No, not really. I think because I did, 10 years, 5 nights a week of music, it just there's a lot of music in accrued up in those times. So most of the times, I think I listen. Even if I listen to anything, it could be maybe a podcast
Mm.
or or something. If it is music, it's often something I have to learn. I need to learn, for a
Yeah.
gig or something.
Yeah.
And you just have that on repeat while you're driving or something.
That's really interesting because I have that same thing where I'll find myself, there'll be like really long bouts of time that I'll go without play or listening, like really listening to music, like sitting down and listening to music, which even when I
Yeah,
do listen to music, I rarely am just sitting there like really breathing it in. I mean, when you're a
yeah,
young
yeah, yeah.
kid, you remember playing CDs and stuff as a young kid, just sitting there just drinking it in, right? Like every riff, every note, you're just like, "Oh yeah." But now that I'm older and I have a kid and I have shit to do, it's like it's just music in the background. I like to jam while I work. It's fine.
Definitely,
And
definitely.
and that's where it ends. But it makes sense. I've kind of come back to listening to music a lot lately. Just like literally just listening to it and over the pandemic. And it just sort of, as we were talking, makes sense to me now. It's like, oh yeah, before the pandemic, I was playing every week, playing top 40, every weekend, 2, 3 times a week, out in the
Yeah,
bars, playing these
you are
fucking
the music.
yeah,
You are the
the
music.
god awful songs that people want to hear. And it, it makes complete sense that it would just be too much of a circuit overload. It's like I hear it all the time. I'm playing it all the time. Like if I have to learn something, I'm hearing. Sometimes you're learning songs that you may or may not like. I don't know about you,
Yep.
but
Oh
some.
yeah, hands down.
So it's just it makes sense now that you can sort of get burnt out listening to music. Have you ever been in a situation where you were trying to write a song and you couldn't figure out like how? I mean, I guess writer's block. Have you ever experienced writer's block when you're trying to write and it
Oh
just
yeah,
doesn't come?
all the time, all the time.
You know how many times I've heard people say that writer's block is bullshit? You A lot of people just
It's
say
there.
writer's block is bullshit. It's like,
Yeah.
well, you shut up. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I just started writing another album actually.
Oh,
So
nice.
a lot of it is just me fucking swearing, going, fuck, this is so hard. This is so hard. Fuck this shit.
I feel it. No,
There's a lot of whinging. There's a lot of whinging going, fuck this, but it eventually comes out. It eventually comes out and you end up with something.
yeah,
I
yeah.
can't say if it's a good something or a bad something, but
Do
it's
you,
a something. It's a something.
well, do you have sort of a method? Do you have sort of like, do you like Tuesdays at 5? I write music,
No,
or
no,
is
nothing like that.
it's whenever the spirit moves you?
Yeah, sometimes I'll wake up just from like being asleep, and I can hear a whole song in my head,
Oh, nice.
and then I go, "Fuck, I gotta go sing it into my phone or write it down." It's like a dream, when you have a dream, and then a couple hours later, after waking up, it fades away, and you can't remember it anymore.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah.
what the
Yeah.
fuck was I dreaming about? Sometimes it's like that. You can hear a full song with like all the instruments, and then often I just don't get up and figure it out. I just go back to sleep, and by the time I wake up the next time, it's gone. It's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. So, how have you? I mean, like, what do you do when you're sort of stuck and you want to write something? And what do you do? How do you get past these things? Or do you?
I generally just try to write something. So you have something down, whether it's a chord progression or lyrics. And then once you have something that acts as a foundation, if you don't have a foundation, you can't build on anything. So if you have something, even if it's complete dog shit, just write it down. And then you'll get back to it another day with a clean head, clear mind. And then you go, oh, okay, let's change this around. This lyric will fit here. This chord progression works better. Then you got something to work with. If it's like, it's like Play-Doh.
Right.
You can make stuff with it. You can, mold it and shape it into whatever you want. But if there's nothing there, you got nothing to work with.
So do you demo out songs on your own, like with a DAW, or do you just sit there with you and your guitar and your voice? Like how do you like sort of how do you start ideas besides the voice memos?
Right. Normally I'm just sitting on the porch, just playing guitar. I'm using my phone now to write lyrics. I used to use pieces of paper, but that I'd often lose them, or they'd get like coffee spilt on it or something, so then you can't read it. But yeah, the phone's been pretty good. So I use the notes app on the phone and just write lyrics down and chord progressions. I'll sit there. I use the phone a lot, actually. Once I figure out a chord progression, I'll go to voice memo and just play it into my phone. And then, because I'll forget it. Like I said, bad memory. So I can go back to it, the next day and go, oh, that's what I was playing, and then move on from there.
Right.
And yeah.
No, I like that idea of sort of just get something out, as opposed to nothing, because it's because there's nothing more frustrating than like trying to write something. You're having writer's block and you sat down for a couple hours and nothing's there. And I mean, and some would say that that's part of the process as well, is like just sitting there like stupidly, like waiting for the muse to come strike. But have you ever read any like Stephen King's book on writing, like just writing, or have you read like Steven Pinker's? Like these are just books on writing, like just books, just like they're talking about writing. But I think that the same things apply to both. And like the one book by Steven Pinker is called The War of Art. And it's a little play on the art of war. Hey, and then Stephen King's book is I forgot. It's like literally. I think it's called it's called On Writing. It's called On Writing. And I mean, fucking Stephen King's amazing, anyways. But just sort of reading what these guys do is like the through line is they treat it like a fucking job. Like which it is their job to write, right?
Yeah.
But they treat it like a job. And when Steven Pinker kind of talks about his career before he got any kind of notoriety, and there, he didn't get any kind of notoriety until he was in his 40s, or I even think his 50s or something. And he made a decision to just dedicate so many hours every day or 5 days a week, sitting down, writing, and treating that like your job. Like, this is what I have to do. I'm here to do this. And write. And even if it's garbage, even if it's absolute rubbish, and you're just going to just, delete it or whatever, just write something. And, I've talked to a lot of people about writer's block, and they're just like, it's nonsense. There's writing prompts out there. I mean, even for musicians, the thing about musicians though is that you have to write like a melody and chords and stuff. It's not just about the words, right? It's about there's a little bit more to it than that. But I do think that going at it in that is a way to do it. It's not. Everybody should be just dedicating hours of their life just trying to write that masterpiece. Or you should. I don't know. It depends. Like, what are you trying? What are you going for in life? But it's really interesting that you mentioned that, because that is something that this just getting something out, even if it's garbage, because you can kind of go back and play with it. And I mean, the great thing about music is it's malleable and you could change it. It's not like carving stone, right? You're like,
it's not set in stone.
No. Yeah. What's the last song that you wrote that you're just like, wow, this is good. This is like fucking awesome.
I don't really write anything that I think is fucking awesome. I just go, that'll do. And
what's the last song you thought was the worst piece of shit you've ever released?
The worst piece of shit song. So I can't even remember this. I have to look at that.
I have to
I have
look.
to look at the album and see what I've written. Like they're all just that'll do it. You know, that's a song. There's a song there.
That works.
Luckily, I work with great people, great musicians, so they help make the song sound sound a bit better. But
Do you consider yourself a good musician?
oh no, music is always an uphill journey for me,
Mm.
and the peak is never in sight. So it's pretty tragic, really. But there's always room for improvement in my head. But at the same time, the beauty of getting older is that you just give less of a fuck.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really enjoying getting older now because I don't worry as much. I just got like, that'll do, that'll
Right.
do.
Right.
But it's as much as a uphill journey it is, and an uphill battle. I still really enjoy it. I
Mm.
really enjoy it. So that's the whole reason why I continue to do it.
Mm. Compared to Eddie Van Halen, where do you stand?
Oh, I wouldn't have a clue.
Just kidding.
Wouldn't have a
That was
clue.
terrible. That was a loaded, shitty question.
All right.
Just I don't know what just happened. I just breathed in phlegm. That was gross. That was so gross. The no, the reason why I even said that was because of the idea of comparing yourself to other people or other players is kind of moot. It's kind of a self-defeating thing. Have you ever had to contend with that? Have you ever had to contend with just comparing yourself? Like, oh man, I'll never be as good as Eddie Van Halen. Ugh, and I suck.
Oh, no, not really. Um like especially working with people who shit all over you in skill. Like it sort of inspires me to get better. So
Yeah.
at the moment where I live, I'm doing lots of gigs with music teachers. So I'm not a music teacher and I don't really know too much about music theory and all that sort of stuff. So these guys are proper music teachers and they're fucking shit hot players, and it's just inspiring to me. I don't go, oh no, music teacher, it's like, oh fuck, this is good, this is awesome. I wanna, grow and develop and learn from these guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's like one of the big things that I've always heard is like if you ever want to get better, play with better musicians, play
Yeah.
play with better people. It's like um,
Oh, 100%.
it's like don't go like lateral, don't go down. Like you only go up. It's like
Yeah.
you
Oh, for
only
sure.
jam up because that's how you get better. It's just how you get better. And if you're playing with people that you're better than, and you know that, and it's weird saying better than because musicians all work and grow at different paces, and who's to
Yeah,
say
it's not
what's
really a
good or
competition.
bad, right? But there are musicians who are like maybe drifting out of their lane. Let's say you're a punk rocker and you're like, you know what? I'm so good at punk. I'm gonna go to a jazz bar and show those fuckers what it's all about, and then just walk
Right,
in there and
right.
start playing your bar chords. And so there are musicians who sort of, for whatever reason, kind of drift out of their lane. But I don't even know where I was going with that. Oh well. Bad short-term memory.
Yeah, man.
We make
I
it.
feel ya. I don't know what happened with the memory thing. I'm trying to fix it, but like I don't know. I heard eating walnuts is pretty good for your brain, so I've been trying to smash some walnuts lately.
Yeah, healthy fats. You want to go with healthy fats, omega 3s, omega 6s, and
Oh, is that what it is?
yeah, fish oil. You want fish oil or flaxseed oil is really good.
Oh,
The,
nice. It was
mm.
funny because I forgot about this. I forgot I had to wake up at 5 a.m. today, and someone in chat. I was streaming yesterday, and someone in chat reminded me. So I was like, "Oh fuck, that's right."
Oh, it's like
so,
wait,
so I
don't you
set an
have
alarm. I set an alarm there and then.
on
So
chat? You said a lot.
yeah,
Well, thank God for your community coming
yeah, I
through.
know, right?
Coming through with the save, man. That's I would have been sitting here as like, oh, man,
Where
he
is he?
overslept. Well, that's what I get for booking early ass shows for people in Australia. D- so I found this video on your YouTube that was really good was about the recording of your last album. And what's the name of the album? It's I
Oh
forgot the
yeah,
name.
so the album is called Sugoi, which is a
Sig-
Japanese word for wow.
for
We
wow,
pretty much
for
for
wow.
wow, or
Yeah.
like wow or amazing, I guess. Like we, I didn't know what to call it
Tune in.
originally, and then when the artist, I sent the music to this digital designer to design a cover for us, and she said, "Oh, I listened to some of the tunes, and I did this cover, and it's just the one that you see now." When you look at the album, and
Mm.
and it already had the word Sugoi written on it in Japanese. I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty fucking cool. We use Sugoi because I thought, okay, what are the reasons to make it called Wow? And I was like, okay, the first reason is we recorded it in like an old barn.
Mm.
It's a really old barn, which has been converted into a recording studio, which is pretty cool. We recorded it in just one day, and we only used 3 microphones to do the whole album. So,
And why?
and
Why'd you do that?
I just wanted it to be like in the old days, they used to just have one recording device, and it
Mm.
was like it would record onto wax onto a big, and there'd be a big cone that would pick up the sound, and they'd have to stagger the musicians in terms of how loud they are in volume. So often the loudest instruments would be at the back, and the singer would be all the way at the front, often sometimes with their head in the cone, singing into the cone, depending on how loud the band is.
Mm.
And when you listen to those old time music, I guess some people think it sounds like shit, but I really like it. And I think there's a bit of a knack and a bit of an art to doing that sort of recording. So
Mm.
I wanted to keep it true to like kind of like the old day sort of stuff and just do minimal microphone, full room sound, and just get it
Mm.
sort of in that vein. But obviously, you don't do it these days. There's obviously a microphone tucked away in the piano, and then you have one on your vocals, and then a room mic. So that's the 3 microphones that we used to do that whole album. And I was pretty happy with the result. It's pretty good. We'll
Yeah.
probably do it again if we record again.
Sounds fucking amazing. Like it
Oh,
sounds
cheers,
really
dude.
good. It sounds pretty legit. That's I really really like that old style. Now, were you guys using old style mics? Like what kind of mics were you guys using? What kind of
I don't know what was in the piano.
mm,
There's just these. There's a microphone that lives in the piano there at this studio. The vocals and guitar is all on here.
mm,
This one that I'm using right now.
okay.
And there was whatever was at the studio, there was this big room mic that picked up a 360 degrees sort of sound.
Mm.
And that was sat in the middle of us. All the other instruments sat around it or stood around it. And then the piano was just a little bit further away in the corner.
Yeah, I mean, how much do you know about like production and stuff?
Not a whole lot. I'm actually I live like 20 minutes now from the studio that we recorded at, so I'm doing some work experience there with the guy. We got along fairly well, so I was like, hey, during COVID, it's like, there's no gigs, I got nothing to do. I may as well do something with my time and learn something. So can I do some work experience there, and just sit in on some sessions and see how it all works? Because he generally exclusively only records onto tape, which is pretty cool as well. So which isn't done too much,
No.
not where I live anyway, in Queensland. So yeah, that's been great. I'm just learning a lot with him, doing sessions and just helping set up, helping pack down, and just watching the whole recording session of different bands as well, of different styles. It's fascinating to see how the recording process is for different people. It really varies a lot, which is pretty cool. So that's been pretty eye opening.
What's been some variations that you saw that really stuck out to you?
There was like a country band. We were all laughing because it was like, oh, there's a country band coming. We're like, ha ha ha. We like to give shit to country bands. Nothing against them. I don't actually don't mind it, but it's just a common thing, kind of like hanging
Wait,
shit on the banjo player.
wait. The like in Australia, people shit on country music.
I thought, well, there's obviously people that like
They
country
like
music, but
it, but
there's
but there's a lot of people who are just like, ugh.
who don't like it. So,
Yeah.
it's like one of those common jokes, like we like a banjo player cops the shit, the bass player cops the shit. Yeah, the country bands cops the shit as well. I guess everybody can cop shit at some point.
Well, no, because it's interesting to me because in America, there was a time frame when people were like country is garbage and like blah blah blah. But it seems like over time, America has sort of just smashed country and pop together, and so now it's like
Yeah.
this awful amalgamation of like bad synthy pop music, computer pop music with like fucking old Nashville players like playing slide guitars, and it's just like, oh god, what's happening here? Um, but there was this, what I was going at is that we had this sort of shit on country type of thing, but as I got older and as I think as America made it more popular, it's sort of become okay now. It's okay to be, and in fact, as a musician here, like working in a country band is kind of profitable. It can be. It
Yeah.
can be kind of profitable.
Yeah. It's wild, man. Like that was the first time I heard like a pedal steel guitar,
Mm,
pedal slide.
yeah.
So, and these guys were tight, super good band. And I was like, fuck, this is good. It just depends on the musicians, really. And that was a really good experience listening to those guys. And then we had like another sort of like a pop rock sort of group, which kind of averaged. And then this other three piece, three piece, three piece instrumental band. And they just did, it was just like, they were the loudest band I've heard so far in this studio, and they had the guitarist had like a amp from the 70s, like an original Fender something or other,
Mm.
with like just like a full rainbow setup of all these guitar pedals, and played. I can't remember what guitar she played, but it just was a wall of sound that came out of that thing,
Mm.
and that was really awesome. It was just guitar, bass, and drums, and the music that they created, and was just atmospheric, I guess, atmospheric rock. I don't know what you call it, but it was an experience listening to it. They got like 10-minute long songs sort of thing,
Okay.
with lots of delays, like endless delays and all that sort of stuff. And she's there just manipulating sounds by putting the guitar close to the amp and making it squeal, and then just turning the guitar ever so slightly, getting another sound out of it. Like, just, it was unreal to watch, because we're just in the monitor room, just watching just
Mm.
through the window, just them doing their thing, creating all these sounds, and it was just unreal. That was really cool too.
Were they recording all live too? Were they doing like,
Yeah,
yeah?
all live.
Is
So
that
that was
studio mostly do like live capture, or they do tracking and all that?
sometimes they do track, like most of the time they'll do live band
Mm.
and then do vocals over the top.
Mm. Yeah,
Um,
is that like because of the tape, or is that just their?
Probably,
Yeah.
and it usually depends on the band. We haven't come across a band that wants to do individual
Right.
takes. I guess it depends on the style of music as well.
Right.
Like, of course, for a country band, I don't know if that's common to do individual takes. You probably, most of the people would want to play together, right, at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, it depends. It depends. I mean, like
Depends.
with the new pop synth country we got now, it's just some guy in
Right.
his bedroom who sends it off to a Nashville studio for some, old or new Nashville player to just play a couple licks over, and then they send it out, for mastering and mixing and stuff.
Okay.
You can, but yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. You want that live feel, especially for something like country that's so lively and getting people sort of
Yeah.
boot scooting and such. But yeah, I mean, I think both ways is normal. But I mean, specifically for this studio, because I know tape can be a little expensive, so I imagine people who are coming in there are not always have like a huge budget, and so probably want to get as much done in quick
Yeah.
time as possible. Me and my wife, my wife, we wrote the album, but the last EP that we released was all on tape, and it's just like there's just such a rich saturation that comes from it that's just you don't get it anywhere else. I was actually going to ask you, because you have that grainy sound, how much of that sound off the record is added, and how much of it is just from just using those mics and just using like old gear and tape and such?
Yeah. Well, I sent him, the dude who ran the studio, I sent him some guide tracks of just like what I kind of want the album to sound like.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he just ran it pretty hot into tape. Like it wasn't like clipping or anything. It was just a really hot.
Right.
Run the mics pretty hot because I said I don't mind if it overdrives when the band's playing loud.
Right.
If there's a loud thing, I don't mind that bit of fuzz and crackle. It's kind of, I don't know, just something that just appeals to me. So he just did that. I'm not too sure what his process was going from there, but he did. Yeah, he did. He got it. Yeah, he's got a weird way of doing tape. He goes because it goes through like a door first, and then gets transmitted to tape, and then recorded back onto the door. So you get sort of both signals. And I don't know. Yeah, I think you can like reroute it a few times so it goes through a few times if he wants to, and it just keeps getting more and more tapey. I suppose.
Wow.
But yeah, but he did whatever he did. I was pretty happy with that. I was like, oh, that's pretty good.
Whatever's happening here is good to me. Good enough. Good enough. No, I love it. I love that kind of shit, man. I love that kind of nerdy tape talk and the gear and the old gear shit. That was similar for our experience. Was he just had the tape, recorded tape, and it just and as we're recording, it dumps it into Pro Tools. And then because there's no sense of editing tape, like that's the funny thing, like because back in the day people would take tape and then they'd have to like cut it, and then you have to actually tape it together with tape, like real tape, like it was a special kind of tape that you had to splice the tape together. And that was how you edited. Like you were using a razor and you had tape, and then if you cut too much, though, oh fuck, you better you got to start putting stuff back. I don't even know how you would do that if you cut too much or if you cut too little. If you're trying to loop something. Wooby one, what's going on, friend? Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. It's good to see you, my brother. Good to see you. Aren't you streaming right now? Wooby. Wooby will be straight up streaming like other people's chats.
Streaming and chatting. Multitasker.
Hey, you sexy like that. Are you familiar with Wooby? I feel like Wooby, you would know Wooby. Just because.
No.
Just popping to blow.
By to blow a raspberry.
Thanks, Wooby. I appreciate that. I was going to say my love. I appreciate that, my love. Thank you for that. I love raspberries. Everybody, let's give Wooby some love here. Hold on. Let me give some love to Wooby.
What do they stream? What does Wooby one stream?
Wooby is a DJ.
Cool.
Have a good one, buddy. You too, bud. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. I hope your set's going well. I guess I can't shout you out. Oh, there you are. Hey, your favorite today. I saw you earlier. I forgot to say hi. And Mighty, hello. I forgot to do this too. Mata. I had to let that reverb tail off. Could you hear the reverb, Dave?
Yeah, man. Loud and clear.
That's fucking awesome. I'm so happy about that. That makes me so
working.
It makes me so happy that there's. Hey, hold on. I'm gonna do. Let me do this too. Just humor me since we're here. Humoring. Can you hear this?
Yeah.
Did you hear Ric Flair?
We had Ric Flair and reverb.
Yeah, baby. Ric Flair verb.
Ric Flair verb.
We're not playing around here. I'm so happy that you could hear that. That makes me so fucking happy.
So could people not hear that before that?
No one could hear anything, and you would have people like, I can't hear it. I wish I could hear it.
Right.
Oh, why can't you? I wish I could hear it. And it's like I'm over here fucking hitting air horns. It's like, I don't know if you really want to hear air horns going off, but whatever. I'm into it if you're into it.
Yeah.
So the record, in that same video I was watching, you sort of talk about. Like some of the songs, or at least one of the songs, is kind of personal to you. Do you mind talking about that?
Yeah, not a problem at all.
Oh, tell me the song, and can you kind of give me the little backstory for it? The little backstory. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to minimize it at all. It
was a song. How do I phrase it? It was a song about my father, who lived in Japan. He lived in Kirishima, and he sort of got high. Over the years, it got harder and harder to get in contact with him. He's sort of a bit of like I don't know, what do you call it? A hermit, caveman sort of thing. But Yeah. All right. So we recorded this. I wrote this song just, 'cause that's what you do. You write stuff about your experiences and how you feel. And so I was like, okay, cool. I write a song about my father. And we recorded it back in, when was it? Probably like March. February or March, we recorded the album and it got released in, I'm going to say July or June. And in between that time, he actually passed away. I got some news and
Mm.
found out that he passed away in Japan. So I was like, oh shit. So that song became a song for my father now. I say it's for my father instead of about him. But yeah,
Which song is that?
that's called Man from Kirishima.
Mm.
And yeah, he lived in Kirishima, which is another beautiful part of Japan. It's another favorite spot of mine. They're all country towns, these towns that I'm talking about.
Mm.
Um, so there's less of the hustle and bustle, and it's more of the nature and mountains and everything like that. It's such a nice area when you get out of the city. Like the cities are great, but they, for their own purpose. But if you get to go out into the country of Japan, it's where it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Bloody love it out there.
So what was that song about? Because you said you wrote the song before you learned about your father.
Yeah,
Um,
it's just about how hard it is to get in contact with him and stuff like that. Um, he didn't really answer his phones and stuff. Yeah, I wasn't too sure where he was at the time. He was sort of in and out of Kirishima, but yeah, it's just got pretty hard to get in contact to the point where no one could get in contact with him, and then
wow.
um, not yeah, and then up until it was in May, we found out that he actually passed away, and he passed away in the house as well. So
Wow.
um,
Did you have a relationship with your father?
yeah, like we saw him every time I'd go to Japan. We'd try and
Mm-hmm.
see him.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from the exceptions of if I wasn't, in that part of the country. If we went up north once to go snowboarding and didn't have any time to go back down to the bottom of Japan to go catch up with family because we're a bit of a short time schedule. So that was the only time I went and didn't catch up with him. But uh, he lived over there for most of my life, really, and um, but every time we'd see him, we'd always pick up where we left off. There's no love lost or anything. So he is an absolute legend of a man.
Oh, that's
But
beautiful.
yeah, just it was kind of wild. It was pretty wild. 2020 was pretty wild
Yeah,
for
man.
everybody, not
Yeah.
just me. But yeah, that was
Right.
yeah pretty full on.
Um. Yeah. I mean, can you speak Japanese? Are you fluent in Japanese?
I only a tiny bit. I understand more than I can speak,
Mm.
but um, yeah, I don't really speak too much. But he spoke English, so
Oh, okay.
yeah. But yeah, it was good. It'd always be good to catch up with him, but
Yeah.
I guess we can't anymore. And I still haven't been able to. I still haven't been able to go over there. He died during the thick of it all. So
So you couldn't
um,
even go and
yeah,
properly see him off.
yeah, got to do the proper send off, which we haven't done yet. So that's just yeah, it's been pretty rough. So just waiting for them international borders to open up, and
Oh.
I think the first place we'll be going is Japan.
What's it like right now with Australia? Because I mean, I thought the Australia was good. I thought you guys were good, but then I think I was watching your VOD from the other day, and you were saying that you had some gigs that were canceled.
Yeah, like this weekend was supposed to be a busy weekend for me because we had a couple of gigs in Brisbane, which is a little bit. I know it's only a couple of hours away from me, but so I was supposed to play last night. We'd play often. We'd play at lots of kind of like food markets, night markets,
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I
and
think we call them like
yeah,
farmers markets here, where it's just people
yeah.
set up with fresh produce and eggs and flowers and stuff, right?
Oh, these are like more. They're not kind of like food trucks. You have
Oh,
food
okay, okay,
trucks.
yeah, yeah, food trucks.
Yeah,
Okay.
but they're more like permanent. So there's one
Oh,
place
okay.
we play at. They're like food trucks, but they're all shipping containers, and they all set up their shop in a shipping container. It's
Okay.
kind of like this big Legoland sort of thing. And
Oh,
they're all these
cool.
colorful shipping containers, and everyone's selling all different foods out of them.
This is new,
And so,
huh? This is something that's new in the last 10 years or 15 years.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So we'd a lot of our main gigs would be those big night markets because there's generally lots of people. Everyone's sitting there eating, and they just set up, a couple of stages throughout the whole place because they're all pretty big generally. And we were supposed to play there last night. So I was like, cool, we'll play there last night, and then I'd come home, go to sleep, get up at 5, and then I was supposed to go back again tonight. But as of 6 p.m. yesterday, the city of Brisbane, or the greater Brisbane region, went into a 3-day lockdown because they had some sort of COVID spike there. Yeah, so
Wait, so then what is the general consensus about COVID over there? Is it gone for the most part, or are you guys still
I
dealing
don't
with
think it's gone. Like where we are, it was pretty good. So things are pretty much normal. Like life was pretty normal. They still like wanted people to social distance and all that sort of stuff. But it compared to other states, like I got family down in Victoria, that Victoria copped it pretty hard, and they had to like wear masks and all that sort of stuff. We've never gotten to the point where I live here in Queensland that you had to wear masks. They weren't mandatory.
Holy
But
shit.
I think Brisbane now is mandatory masks. Wow. Oh, you're not allowed to leave your house for 3 days. They want to try and do something. I can't remember what they called it. Like I said, I just got the news from an email when the venue said, oh, we got to shut for the weekend. So, but yeah, something's happened in Brisbane, and there's a 3-day lockdown.
And the lockdown didn't. I mean, how long were you guys officially locked down at the beginning?
There was a stage here where I think there was a 2. I can't remember, to be honest. There was where I was. It was pretty good because I'm out in the country now, so I've got like no neighbors and like no one around us, and the shopping centers.
But you got a good internet connection, so that's all you need.
Yeah, that's all you need, right? It's been pretty. It was good timing. Moving out here about in March, I think.
Wow.
Right when it all started hitting.
Whoa.
So before that, I was in an apartment building, sharing lifts with people and stuff like that. So
now it's just you and your lady friend.
Yeah, me and my partner and 2 cats and
your partner
and no one else. Maybe the postman if we're lucky.
And the postman drops in once a day just to check in.
Just to drop a parcel off.
Hey,
but
that's fun. Were you always a city guy, or did you?
Yeah, like I lived on the Gold Coast for 30 years, like in the thick of it. So, I never went to the beach and stuff. It was. I lived on the beach, but I never went. It's sort of that thing, when you have a pool, you don't use it.
Oh yeah, I lived 3 blocks away from the beach for 13 years and went twice a year. So in California, in Southern California. So yeah, I get it. I get it.
So yeah, it was kind of like that, and like it was harder in the apartment to play music.
Yeah.
Especially with the loud resonator. I could never really bash that out in the evenings. Otherwise you get a noise complaint or whatever. And I certainly couldn't stream from that apartment as well. So moving out here has been pretty good, and being able to start streaming and playing music.
How far away from like a big city are you? I know you said Brisbane is 2 hours away.
Only like 20 minutes.
Oh, okay. So you're just a little bit out in the. You're like in the same position as me. Yeah, like I'm in like the outskirts of a suburb of Toledo, Ohio.
Oh, okay.
So like the big cities in over there, but I'm sort of out in the country a bit. But what do you think about the country living? How do you like it?
Oh, I fucking love it, man.
Yeah.
Like, I've always liked peace and quiet. Well, I say peace and quiet, but it's never peace and quiet. It's just as noisy, just with different noises. Instead of on a Saturday night, you got drunk people walking past your balcony yelling shit, or having a domestic. You got like just frogs going off. And that's about it. And the odd, I got like we live next to a train line, so there's like I don't know what it carries. It carries these big rocks. It's not a passenger train, so it's this big. One of those really long trains. It's probably got coal or some sort of rocks in it, and that just rolls past every, I don't know, hour or so. And it doesn't bother me anymore. It never used to bother me, but I just don't even hear it anymore.
Yeah.
But
those sounds go ahead, please.
Yeah, I was telling someone moving out to the country. It's like, oh, peace and quiet. And they're like, yeah, it's not quiet. It's just as noisy, just different sounds. And he was right. He was right.
I think that there's something about these sounds though that aren't so jarring. Like when you live in
Yeah.
a city and you're just like at randomly at 3 a.m, you gotta whoa, fuck yeah,
Yeah.
you know, like that's much different than fucking, the low rumble of a train taking rocks
Yeah.
to some mysterious unknown place. It's like,
Yeah.
frogs in the
No.
distance is much better than, cars honking at each other because so it's like the frogs, dancing in the night sounds much better than
I'll take
assholes
the frogs
honking in the
any day. I'll
day.
take the
Yeah,
frogs any day.
exactly.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you, man. Like, I feel like the country, because I had this horrible fear coming back to Toledo, Ohio. I moved from San Diego, California, back to Toledo about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was just horrified about the whole idea. I didn't want to come back here. And I just figured there was nothing for me, and I'm used to living in the city. I'm a city
Right.
person. Like I like that. I like that I can just walk a block and get me some fresh produce. I like that. I like the idea that I could walk a block and buy fucking legal marijuana. I like that I could walk
Yeah.
few blocks and go to the bar and like a whole strip of bar. Like I loved that there was so much around, but and so I was horrified with the thought of living out in the country and just like, oh god, we gotta drive everywhere. Ugh. And like it's so ridiculous, but I ended up getting here, and for the first year I think it was sort of weird for me, but like what happened was is that I automatically went back into like student mode, like like they say you get your best reading done in prison, and that's sort of how I
Oh,
felt.
okay.
I sort of felt like I was in prison because when I came back, I grew up here, and when I came back, like I still had some friends, but like the music scene was completely different. Like I don't know anybody. Like I had my family and like some old friends, but I mostly stay to myself with my family. You know what I mean? Like I don't
Yeah.
go out. Like the pandemic was perfect for me because I don't want to leave my fucking house. I'm
Right.
happy with being in my house. I am so excited that Amazon and the local grocers deliver. Like I'm like, it's like I have plenty of energy to go to the fucking market, but why? I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna have these assholes deliver it to me. So I'm loving that aspect. I don't care for people dying. That's awful. But
Yeah, that's
I
fun.
am I am stoked on not having to leave the house, and that's okay. You're rewarded. They reward you for not leaving your house. You're a good citizen of this country if you don't leave your house. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm a fucking patriot, baby. Um, so
I can do that.
yeah, no, it was a really horrifying idea to come back and think that there was nothing here for me, but what ended up happening was that I was able to focus on learning guitar and getting better at music, getting better
Yeah.
at production, getting better at video editing, getting better. The thing about living in a hyper active city like San Diego or like Brisbane, I'm sure is pretty fast paced for
Yeah,
whatever
I
that
could live
means
in
in
Brazil.
Australia.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
But you know, you're in this super hyper active place, this hyper social place where people, especially in Brisbane, I'm sure it's sunny all the fucking time and warm, and people are hanging out, right? Like for the most. Oh no, you guys got winter. You guys got winter. But in
Yeah,
California.
it's nothing though.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like in California, winter is like 50 degrees. Oh my God, everybody's freaking out. It's like there's frost on the grass. Oh
Right,
my
right,
God, shut down the schools, everybody.
right.
Um, the but when I came back here and it was like I could think. I could like my brain could function. It grew in these last 3 years. My brain has grown so fucking much when you take out the distractions of city life, also the distraction of having to pay exorbitant amounts of money to live there, when you
Right.
take out those stressors, I was able to actually flourish in so many amazing ways. Brain flex, that's right. Unfortunately,
And flex.
my fat ass also expanded as well, so I'm not happy.
Yeah, man.
I'm not happy about that.
I know that feeling.
Oh,
Yeah, we
dude.
got the COVID gut.
Yeah, COVID. How are you doing? You don't look too bad. You look like you're keeping it together there.
I don't let looks deceive you, my friend. There's a belly behind this shirt. Trust me, that
Me
wasn't there
too.
before COVID, so I better start doing something
Oh my
about
God.
it before it gets too late.
How have you been doing that? Yeah, the side effect of all this is getting fatter. I know it's awful. Like I hate it.
Yeah.
And I'm coming from a person who was like 325 in high school. So like 325 pounds. I don't know what that is in kilograms, but it's a lot
Yeah,
for
I know.
a young person in high school. So uh it's big fat ass. So it really freaks me out. And I haven't been on the scale since the beginning of this goddamn thing. I just refuse. But
Yeah.
I had a what do they call it? A tele appointment with my doctor, which that's
Oh,
okay
okay.
now. You could just talk to your doctor on the telephone. They can diagnose you and prescribe you shit. It's amazing. Don't have to leave the house.
Wow.
Don't even have
Wow.
to see you or listen to your heart or push on your sternum or anything. They just, nope, yeah, this is it. I got you. Over the phone, styly. 147 kilograms I weighed in high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
Wow.
going damn, see that was the response I was looking for. When you were just sitting there like
Yeah.
that means nothing, pounds mean nothing
I was
to
like,
me.
oh,
Dude.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
I'm
sure,
sure that was big. Thank you for that, Reina. I appreciate you going to that conversion hype right there.
Oh, we got the conversion going on.
Hey,
That's
man.
bloody awesome.
Yeah, man. Hey,
Yeah.
we got a
147.
yeah. It was a big. I was a big boy, and she asked
boy.
me. She was asked me. She was like, "How much do you weigh?" I was like, I don't know." And she was like, "Well, do you have a scale?" And I was like, "Yes, but I'm afraid of it." And she's like, "Will you please go on the scale and tell me how much you weigh?" It was just awful. I'm not even gonna repeat it here. I'm not even gonna repeat it. I'm not even gonna give it legs because you know what? It doesn't mean anything to me because it's going away. I'm done with that. It's fucking. I'm out. I'm over it. I was doing squats before
Yeah.
we connected today. I was fucking. I'm working out.
Really?
I went back to the gym, dude. Oh, okay. So
Wow.
when you said that you didn't really have to wear masks in where you're at, that's
Yeah.
just flabbergasting. Uh, because I mean, right now we can't go anywhere without masks. But the gym, for whatever reason, oh yeah, because you can also eat and take your mask off while you eat. But at the gym,
Okay.
where you're huffing and puffing and sweating and excreting bodily fluids, they're like, oh, you don't have to wear your mask in the fitness center. It's okay. But you do have to wear your mask in the stairway going up to the fitness center. But as soon as you get to the fitness center,
Oh.
all good, folks. All good. Take it off. You can huff and puff and cough on the machines and do whatever you want. We are all in the
Wow.
same boat, just a bit more of us to love. There you go, girl 2.0. There you go. I like that attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's whatever. But again, I'm not accepting this weight. Do you work out? Are you a physical man? Do you like to play basketball or something?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nah, no sports. I did nothing. Like, if anything, I did a bit of scuba diving, but the whole aim of scuba diving is not to let your heart rate go up. So
Yeah, you don't want to breathe too much.
It's the laziest sport out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the laziest sport.
But yeah, you just literally underwater, just swimming about
just
and
float
trying
around.
not to consume all your oxygen.
Oh man, that's it.
So,
Well, you
yeah,
mentioned.
but I will have to start doing some exercise.
Well, have you ever done any kind of exercises in your life?
Not really. Like when I was doing the shows 5 nights a week, that kept me. I just said I was show fit. Like that was pretty hard work. You'd be sweating. You'd have your heart rate up. Because you're not just playing guitar. You run around doing all the backstage stuff. Like
Yeah.
bringing in different sets and shit like that. So that was good. That kept me fit. But ever since then, I haven't really done any exercise. There is a swimming pool about 12-minute drive. So I don't mind going swimming. I do actually. I do a bit of hiking. I go a lot of hiking. with
Yeah,
my
I heard there's
partner,
good
so,
hiking out there.
bushwalking and stuff like that.
Bushwalking. That's
Yeah, especially where we are. There's heaps of tracks, so that's really nice. So
nice.
That's one thing that I do like about this area is a lot of the walks.
Yeah. I have a friend who lives in. It's a separate island from you guys. I think in the south. Is that Queen Mary? I don't know what that is. Maybe I not. I don't know.
Oh, Tasmania?
Yes, Tasmania. He lives in Tasmania,
Yeah, Tasmania.
and he's all about the hikes. Like that's his whole shit. He's like, it's the hikes, man.
Yeah, Tasmania. I really want to go to Tasmania because it's so much like it's only a small little island, but it's the nature there is supposed to be insane. So that I really want to check it out.
Is it expensive to live there?
In Tassie or in
In
Australia?
Tassie.
Never been, so I couldn't tell you.
Oh.
Yeah, but I want to go there one day.
And
That's
he's a
definitely on the
fucking
list
rock
of
star,
places
so
to visit.
he don't care. He's a fucking rock star. He's a Have you ever heard of the Violent Femmes?
Oh yeah, the Violent Femmes.
Blister in the Sun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's in that band. He's not the original members, but he's
Oh,
in that
nice.
band, so he don't
Okay.
give a shit. He's he's. I was just like because Americans have a hard time getting there, and work visas even are hard to acquire to get there because Australia is like we don't want no assholes here, and and I respect that. I respect that. I wouldn't want us over there either, but he was able to get like an easy visa because he's in a rock band. He got his blue check mark on Instagram because he's in a rock band. It is just like he's just such an asshole. No, I love him actually. He's amazing. He's actually an amazing artist and gymnast. Anyways, I was just curious. I was just curious about Tasmania. I guess the cost of living. I just want to see how. I just want to see how he's doing.
I'll tell you when I go down there.
Sure. Oh, you said you guys were you snowboarded. Is there snowboarding in Australia?
Yeah, there's snow in like Victoria and New South Wales. You get none in Queensland where I am. So you have to travel, but the snow's kind of shitty. The best snow I've ever been to is in Hokkaido in Japan up north. That was like beautiful. That was fucking magical up there. Far out.
Yeah, I bet that was nice. So wait, why is it so shitty? Why is the snow shitty in Australia?
I don't know. Like,
I don't know.
I don't know why. It's unless I just went on bad days, but it was like real icy and just like and clumpy, and there's no powder. You don't get any powder here. You won't find any powder here. Yeah.
It all just sort of like solidifies into that hard packed, watery,
hard packed,
and you land on it, it's like
shit,
landing on concrete.
Yeah, exactly that, and then it just turns to slush, and then that's it. So
And then the season's over. Go home, kids.
Season's over.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'd never seen powder snow until I went up north to Japan. That was unreal.
With snowboarding, is that something that you've done your whole life there? You would always kind of go and I'm just
No, I've only been a handful of times, but I really enjoy it. It's one thing I really enjoy. If I could do if I could do that all the time, I'd bloody go and do that. That's good fun. It's just something nice about cruising down a mountain. I don't really do tricks or anything. I just like cruising. So just like cruising down a mountain.
Yeah.
It just puts you in your element kind of thing. Kind of like when you're playing like a live gig. You're just in your zone. You're not thinking about other shit. You're just doing your thing.
Right.
I get a similar feeling doing snowboarding and sometimes scuba diving. But if scuba diving, if it's like, if there's not much to look at, then you get a little bit bored under there. It's like, well, I guess I'm down here for 40 minutes. Let's just
in the murky waters. Yay. But it's not too bad though. Like that just seems amazing to be able to do that, to go scuba diving. I forgot what I was gonna ask you. I was gonna ask you something. Gosh darn it.
There's something about the snow. I keep changing back to scuba diving.
No. Maybe it was the snow. Oh well, who cares? Like, it doesn't matter.
That's right.
That's right, motherfuckers. Who cares? No,
that's all right. Get them walnuts in.
Well, it seems like you really like highly focused things. Like that's the things that you really like to do. I mean, because snowboarding, like you have to focus. Like that's a lot of balance. You gotta make sure you're not running into trees and shit.
Right.
And you're sort of like in this zone. Like playing guitar or performing live, it's intense focus, but it puts you in a zone where like even if you're bleeding out, you can't really, you don't even care. You're like in this moment, you're going.
Yeah.
You don't even feel it, and then I mean, scuba diving just seems like intense as fuck, but maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just thinking of it because I'm afraid of the ocean. But
dude, I was before I did it as well.
What
I hate the beach. I hate the surf. but I'll go diving.
What kind of like sharks or animal water creatures do you have to fear over there when you're doing that?
Well, we've seen sharks and stuff, but they don't really. Usually, they don't go for you.
Hmm.
Um, unless you do something to like aggravate them or whatever. You just keep your distance, and generally, they're not going to go for you. I think up north, what you have to worry about is like jellyfish.
Oh,
There's a couple of jellyfish which are pretty dangerous and are deadly. So a lot of the times when the tourists go, they'll give them stinger suits during summer, which is like a full body sort of. What do you call them? Do you
what
call it? What do
what
you have?
wetsuits?
You got a rashy? We call them rashies here.
A
Rashies.
rashboard? Yeah, yeah.
It's like
Not
it's not as thick
rashboard.
as a wetsuit.
Right. It's sort of like a thin, like almost like a t-shirt, but like
Yeah, yeah,
a
yeah.
fake
So
material.
they
It's like a
yeah.
plastic
What do you
material.
call them over there?
We call them rash guards. Is that what they're called,
Rash
Reina?
guards?
Reina
Yeah,
Reina
if
would
it's a
know.
rash guard, we call them rashies
Yeah,
over here. I don't know what else you call them,
Reina
but
would know. She's
they
from
got full
California.
body ones with like
Yeah.
gloves and mittens and stuff, so you
Damn,
can go swimming and you won't get stung
you don't get
if
stung
you
by those
fuck
little
swim into a
assholes out
jellyfish.
there.
Yeah.
Oh my god, did you ever see that movie where Will Smith fucking kills himself by jellyfish?
What? Those are the jellyfish that are here, the box jellyfish. Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah,
That's
7 pounds. How that fucking movie? Holy shit, that's a crazy
Yeah,
movie. That's a good
why
movie.
would you why who wetsuit? I know it's a wetsuit right now. I'm saying the thin thing that they wear like when they're doing like the skimboarding or whatever, right? Like they have like a special shirt or whatever
Yeah,
when
it's just like
yeah,
it's
it's
a
a sp-
thin.
I know
Yeah,
we know what we're talking about. She don't know shit.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sorry, I'm just kidding. Much love to our mod, Reina Mystique, who also is a wonderful streamer here on Twitch. And please do go give her a follow because we love
A rash guard.
a
Yeah,
rash.
yeah, yeah.
That's a rash. Okay, so I was right. I was correct. And
Rash guard.
that makes me feel good. I was right. Finally, I'm
Yeah.
right.
How good are mods? Mods are fucking awesome.
Dude,
Rain is
so
unreal as
tell
well.
me about okay, so like I remember those first few days or those first days of you coming on. I remember being in your stream and it was just like me and you and maybe one other person chatting and like
Yeah.
fucking and you were like, I have no fucking idea what's going on. He's
No,
like, I don't know.
I still don't.
Anybody know what to do? I don't know. Well, it's really awesome that you what I've found over this time is like a lot of people who aren't so savvy with technology and they have talent and they want to get on Twitch. As soon as someone finds them that likes them, or even they don't even have to be part of your community. I mean, just reaching out, like people are there to help. And I just every time I come back to your stream, it's always a little bit better, and that I love that. I love that you went from this like I don't know what the fuck's going on, mate, and to like you got you know what a hype train is, and like
Yeah,
how to
we're
drop
slowly learning.
links and stuff. So tell me like where were you with technology when you first embarked on Twitch? Where were you?
I I had no bloody idea, man. Like I didn't know much about Twitch. I thought Twitch was just for gaming,
Mm,
and I never really delved on it. So I don't really play too many video games. And I heard someone was talking about. It's probably someone in one of my bands was talking about Matt Heafy from Trivium saying that
mm,
he streams on Twitch.
yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. So I went on. I was like, oh yeah, checked it out, but it still didn't really appeal to me. I was like, oh yeah, sure thing, whatever. That's cool. I never really played solo. So it wasn't until I got my first solo gig, I had to do a set opening up for a band, and they said, "Oh, can you do it by yourself?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. Let's just do it because you gotta do stuff that if it scares you, do it, that sort of thing."
Yeah.
So I was like, "Fuck, let's give it a go." I've never done it. I've always worked with bands, like from 3 pieces to 6 pieces, 7 pieces, to like a full cast at Drax. So I was like, "Fuck, let's give it a go and do a solo set." So during it was during was it no was it during COVID? It was sort of easing off here in Australia.
Hmm.
So at that time, so venues were starting to put on gigs, but only small ones. Hence, it was a one-man show sort of thing. with a one man support act. And I thought, oh, I'll practice the set on Twitch because it helps. For me, it helps. You know that, have you heard of the red light fever? When you're in a recording studio or you're trying to record a video, as soon as you hit record, you just fucking forget everything.
Everything
You don't know what
changes.
you're doing. You're like, what am I even holding? Is this a flute? and that sort of thing applies. You can practice as much as you want at home in your room or whatever, but as soon as you have an audience, it's a similar thing. You don't have that live performance practice. So I thought Twitch would be a good thing because it's kind of like it is a live audience to a certain degree, not just you're just not a physical live audience. So I was like, oh, let's just give it a crack on here. So I just literally just jump on purely to practice the set, and people would drop in, have a yarn, they'd be talking in the chat, and even if it was only just a handful of people, it was still that added extra pressure of knowing that there's eyes watching you. So that really helped me get that performance practice in for the gig. And then I did the gig. Gig was fine. It was good fun. Loved it. And I was like, oh, I'll just keep doing this because this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And keeps my chops up. I'm not, because there was no band gigs back then. So if it wasn't for Twitch, I definitely wouldn't be playing as much guitar as I do now. And now I can just go back into gigs after, months off and go, cool. I played all these songs yesterday on stream, so I'm ready to go. I don't need to rehearse.
Dude, I played.
Go woo.
Thank you, Girl 2.0.
We can hear that. Well, I can hear that too now.
Yeah. I love that. I love that you could hear. Was it too loud for you, Dave?
No. That's fine. That's good volume.
Good. That's amazing. Girl 2.0. Our guests now can hear everything. They can hear the alerts. They can hear the. They can hear the. They can hear the. They can hear the. I can't play that one. And they can hear that too.
Oh, classic Street Fighter.
How about this one? That's Designer.
No, I don't know that one.
That's Designer Panda.
Designer Panda.
No, it's Designer. The name the name of the artist is Designer, and the name of the song is called Panda. He's like Panda.
Panda, right?
It's fucking amazing song. It's hip hop. It's a little rap, and I actually remember how to do it right. Teamwork makes the dream work, baby. So, with Twitch, you decided to keep going after this performance. And I remember that. I remember you were like, I'm preparing for a performance. I actually have forgotten that was why you initially were on there. And I found you, and I remember thinking, it's like, oh my God, my dad would absolutely love this guy. And then I loved you. Your playing and your choice of music, and you're a nice guy. You're a fucking really nice person, and that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm alright.
And you have a sailor's mouth on you, which is also appealing. So
that's
I love that. So what made you sort of be like, let's keep going? Because I remember you were kind of apprehensive about even accepting donations, and as soon as you were affiliated, you kind of were a little weird about bits, and you're like, dude, don't do that. Stop.
I'm just practicing here. Just, you don't have to do anything. And the people insisted.
And then people just kept doing it more than
they kept doing it. So I figured, okay, it's just a thing now. This is how it works. So
but
that's
it's
what they want to do.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's no stopping. If people want to give you money, I mean, you can't block your blessings. That's a huge lesson I learned in these recent few years. It's like, you can't block your blessings. If people want to bless you, then don't block it. It's nice. But what is that? Why did you feel like you didn't want people to bitch you at the beginning of this? I know you said you were just practicing, but I mean, your just practicing was amazing to a lot of people. So I'm just curious why you thought.
I don't know. I guess what I'm getting out of it is good practice, which is invaluable.
Right.
So you don't have to. I don't need to be paid for it or paid for anything, really. And if I get good practice out of it and someone just happens to be there and enjoy it at the same time, then, it's win-win, right?
Right. Yeah, for sure. The that's why I started doing the live loops on here, which I've stopped doing because I don't know, I don't care that much. But like I still like doing it. I wanted to keep my chops up. Yeah, exactly. Mary Cross music. The don't block your blessings. I have the same issue. You know what? I think we all just I think we all have that pride thing where we're like, we're not looking for handouts and we're not looking for, anything for free. We're just, trying to do us. And then sometimes people are just like, well, here, just take this. Just take this money. No, 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 no. It gets awkward. My wife is terrible well, she was. She got much better, but we're in this weird position where the whole family's like, please take this money so you can get home. Like, take it. And then they were like, listen, don't block your blessings. And that's when I learned it from my wife's family
Right.
because it is awkward, but when your like when people who love you are like, here, just take this thing. We want you to use it because we love what you do. We love that you're here. We love that you. And it's hard. It's hard. And I still have my issues, and my wife has hers,
Yeah.
and obviously Dave has his. But like, what do you think? I mean, beyond just practicing, I mean, and value. I mean, like, what do you think that comes from? Like, why don't you want
I don't
people's?
know. I never really put the connection between because I always see music as work, right?
Yeah.
Like because I've done it for over 10 years now, so that's a job. That's just it's
Yeah.
just going to the office sort of thing. Going
Right.
to a gig was like, okay, cool. We got a job to do. Let's go do our job. Um, this I just thought was just fun. I didn't consider it as like a gig.
Right.
I wasn't in that gig mentality. It's just like, oh, I'm at home.
Yeah.
I'm just playing guitar. I just happen to turn a camera on while I'm practicing.
Right.
So I never really considered it to be like a performance sort of thing. But yeah, I'm coming to terms with it now that
I'm
people
coming to terms that I'm
come
performing for
come
people.
and want to see it, like, yeah, and they just and doing all ever since you become an affiliate or whatever, and they people want to subscribe and they subscribe
Mm-hmm.
for multiple months in a row. It's like, oh shit, okay, wow. And then people, you end up with like moderators who can do stuff for you and know the ins and outs, which have been a super big help. The fucking moderators, man, because I still know fuck all about this platform and how to use it and shit like that. So thanks to them, they sent me messages on the Discord. I didn't even know what Discord was.
Oh.
They set up a Discord, and all the other community, like the Twitch community is so helpful. Other streamers are like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
if you need help with stuff, just
Yes.
send me a message. And sure enough, they know how to do stuff and do it well. So yeah, I took advice from a lot of people and they've all helped me out to what the product that we have now, which is by no means like a professional stream, but for me, it's good enough. It's good enough for what I want to do. So
And
yeah,
everybody loves you. I mean, it's not like it's deterring people. Like, I mean, it just seems like every time I go in there, there's more and more people just stacking in, which I
yeah,
love. I love that, and that's like that's always been like Dave. I want Dave to blow up on Twitch because it's like it's a, so is Twitch something that you see yourself going the distance with and doing it for a while?
not really. Like I just it's just something I'm doing for fun. Like while there's no work and no gigs, I suppose once work and gigs come back, I potentially would be streaming less, but I'm still going to try and make the effort because I do enjoy it. It's
Hmm.
one of those things I do enjoy now, and yeah, it's an unreal platform, and the people on it are bloody crazy too. Like you see Froggy Ray
Hmm.
the other day, they just drew. They said, "Oh, can I draw a picture of you?" And I was like, "While you stream?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And then not even I can't even. It was before the stream even ended, so it was only like not long after that they sent it in Discord, and there's like a full drawing of me and the guitar with all the color. It was fucking wild, and it was insane.
Is it in your Discord?
Yeah, I got like, what's it called? On the Discord, there's a tab called Art Attack, and then you just got to scroll up a little bit, and
Oh.
Ray's done. And
Oh.
it's fucking wild, and she's not, and they're not the only person. There's other people who've drawn me. It's like cartoon ones drawn me. There's a few other people that have drawn me. See Twitty's another one.
Oh,
It's
C20 is amazing.
insane artists, and they just say, "Oh yeah, we'll just do a picture of you."
How
It's
does
so wild.
how does that set with you? Does it make you uncomfortable? Does it make are you happy? Like how does it make you feel when someone does that?
Yeah, I don't mind at all. It's. I'm just streaming. It's not like I have to do anything. It's not like the old days where you got to stand still for 3 hours while the guy paints on, you know, paints on a canvas.
I'm trying to pull up a picture so we can see. So it's called Art. What is it? Art Attack.
Art Attack, yeah.
Art
It's one of
Attack.
those tabs.
Oh, no, I see some people. Okay, how am I gonna get this on here?
It's so wild. It's so wild. There's some talented bloody people on here.
Oh my goodness, I need to figure out how I'm gonna do that. Give me 1 second. I wanna show everybody, but Reina's signed into her Discord on this computer, so it's difficult. Um, it's, so I gotta figure out how to send this image. Okay, well, we're just not gonna do it. I think that's what's happening here.
Yeah,
Oh,
you just
oh my god,
imagine it.
I love this. Hold on, we are gonna do it. Hold on.
That's wild, right? That's wild.
Oh my god, I love it. I saw the one that Ray did,
Yeah, that's the
and
one. Froggy
and
Ray.
and then there's a nice dick on here by Cannibal Cult and Tabasco sauce. That's nice.
Oh yeah, Tabasco sauce out of sea tweety. They're fucking wild, man. They're fucking wild. So
I'm gonna
talented.
I'm gonna I'm gonna put these in I'm gonna put these in somewhere so people can see them. Give me a second, everybody. I will fucking. We're doing this. It's too late.
Yeah, go
I'm already.
for it. Go down.
I'm
Yeah,
already way into. I'm way into looking and figuring out how to do it. To not do it now. So, I think I got a way to do it that's gonna work. Maybe we'll see. I don't know. Um, let me see here. Where's the other one? So, do you do any other kind of art beside guitar or music?
not really. Just music, really. I like to cook. I like
Oh,
being almost a chef before I started music.
oh yeah, that's right.
I
Because you were
love
cooking.
food.
You love,
I love food. Fucking love food.
fucking
But
love
yeah,
food.
that's
So,
about it.
so you can cook a little.
Oh yeah, I can cook a lot.
Oh, you can cook a
Um,
lot.
yeah, I was in my third year of a chefing apprenticeship before I started working as a full time musician. So I ditched that and never actually qualified. But yeah, I was working in the kitchens for a few years before becoming a professional musician. So I never really wanted to do it. I had the idea of, oh, cool, I'll give cooking a go. I did it when I was in school. You'd do like, I can't remember what they called them, traineeships or something. You'd take one day off from school and you'd
Mm-hmm.
go work in the field for
Oh,
like, $6 an hour, which is pretty sick as a
hey,
kid making money and
right?
not having to go to school. So I did that and worked in a professional kitchen, and then I realized, fuck this shit. This sucks. I don't want to cook professionally,
Dude,
commercially.
I'm with you because I love to cook for my family, but once it
Yeah.
starts turning into something, and that goes across the board. I love to record, I love playing music, but as soon as money comes into play, like I immediately start going
Yeah.
like
It was
what
just
when the pandemic hit, I had so many offers to do like recording, like home recording type stuff, and I took them
right.
all on because I was like, I don't know when I'm gonna get paid again. And then like I started doing them, I'm like, I fucking hate this. Like I don't want to do this. Like they're gonna pay me, but I don't even care. I don't even want it. So I bailed. I was like, look, I don't want to do this anymore. So I bailed. I just stopped.
Right.
I was so into like the stream and into my website and building out the podcast. I was so excited about all of that stuff right when the pandemic hit. And so right now we're looking at Cartoon Mind, their rendition of Dave, and then we're gonna look at Ray's Froggy Ray, who's in chat right now. This is Froggy Ray's rendition of Dave. So please do enjoy that
It's wild.
this Dave-a-thon here. There was a couple more in here, but I wasn't gonna show the dick one.
Yeah, you probably you probably
Twitty did the
breached some
Tabasco.
TOS.
I don't see. Here's and there's another one where it's very minimalist, but I love that. I love that your community made a little Dave cartoons for you. You,
Yeah,
you got
it's
to
crazy,
incorporate it
man. It's
somehow now.
crazy.
Now you gotta incorporate it into your stream somehow. You have to. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
not
know.
saying.
I'll
I'm
have to
just
like
joking.
print them all up on a big old canvas or something, and have it
Something.
on in the background or something like that.
So what did you do besides moving into your new place? What happened over COVID? Like, when it first hit, did you just freak out like everybody else, or did you start working on something to distract yourself? Like, what sort of was
Um,
your
I
mindset when
just
it?
took it. I took it easy, really, because yeah, it all finished up about March was our last gig. We moved out in March as well, I think, or yeah, something like that. And then I was just I released the album in June, and also my father passed away. So my father passed away, and we had to deal with a bunch of stuff with that, being stuck in Australia, not being able to travel over to Japan, and then so that kept me busy for a while. And then also when you publish an album, you do it in advance, sort of thing, and it's
Mm-hmm.
got to be approved by whoever your distributor is and all that sort of shit. So uh, when I found out my father passed away, I put all the music on hold, but I couldn't stop that album being released because it was already in
Mm-hmm.
the wheels were already turning. So that sort of forced me to sort of push that kind of thing, that side of thing, and learn how to use. I never had Spotify. I never had all that sort of stuff. Um, so I had to get Spotify and figure out how it works and how you make accounts and all that sort of thing. So that kept me busy,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then started streaming. So that kept me busy as well. So I haven't really stopped, but I have at the same time. Like you stop with one thing, but you always got something to do. You've always got something to do.
Yeah. Here, we can shout out Froggy Ray. I got you. Let's shout out Froggy Ray.
Yeah, thanks for showing the joy. Yeah, it's
No,
fucking cool, man.
no
I
worries. No
really
worries.
like it.
Oh yeah,
What
I
a
love
talented
it.
person.
I love it. I love that. I have a friend. He's not here today, so he won't mind me saying this. He might mind me saying this. A community member, hate the human race, who's not in chat today. He's a toy maker, and he
Oh,
makes
cool.
toys. He makes little figures of his favorite streamers, and he just released, which I'm gonna give a shout out to Hate the Human Race because I don't know if he's streaming right now. Anyways, Hate the Human Race. It's an easy name to remember. Search him up on the Twitch there. But he's a toy maker, and that's what he does on his stream is make these toys, and he like sews the little clothes, and he like fucking
Wow.
paints his body. And he just released this like 40-minute YouTube video of like it's all in honor of his, it's to show off his figure, but it's also to like show homage to the streamer he made it for. And so
That's cool.
it's really nice. And I honestly, oh, no problem, Froggy. Ray, Froggy Ray. uh but it's really nice, and he was like, hey man, I'm gonna make you one. I got you, you're really coming up. So whenever it comes, and I'm not even trying. Mikey MC, what's up? What's up? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Wait a second, Mikey MC. Mikey MC. How do I know that name? Why do I know that name? Do I not know that name, or do I know that name? Should I know that name? No, I don't know that name. Anyways, damn it. I don't know why I had to do that little sign thing. I forgot what I was going to ask you. Son of a bitch. What were we just talking about?
I'm talking about the fella who makes
The,
toys of
yeah.
streamers.
So he's gonna make me a figure, and whenever it comes, it's gonna go somewhere. I'm just gonna, and maybe he'll always be on my shoulder. It'll just be me
How
and
big are they? Are they just like
they're
little?
like wrestling size. So
Oh
like
wow,
little wrestling men. I don't know if you can tell. That's probably like 6 inches, 7 inches tall. So
that's
yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, man, he's really talented dude, really smart guy. I love him. He's I go on his stream, but I was like, I was like, I need some dude time, so I'll go on his stream because it gets super dude in there, which is fine. Yeah, like, so it's just like without your dudes that you can't see regularly, you have to deal with
Right.
dude time
Yeah,
on
there's
Twitch.
another. I've seen another sculptor on here that does like what do they do? Like fan fantasy sort of mythical clay. I think they're clay sculptures, but they're like commission jobs.
Oh, nice.
So it's like pretty wild. what's the game? World of Warcraft characters. I'm pretty
Mm.
sure he makes
Oh, wowing
stuff like
out.
that. That's insane, and the detail that he gets molding this piece of clay and carving it and making these sculptures. It's insane. So
It's
I've
nuts.
often found myself on there if I have time. This was probably earlier on when I first was checking out Twitch. I'd see that and just go, geez, look at that. And it's mesmerizing watching someone at work, the
Yeah.
master at work, making something. It's crazy.
Oh, for sure. I love that. I love that. Who are some of your favorite streamers that you like?
Um, who have we got? I'm trying to remember usernames off the top of my head is going to be a disaster.
I know,
But
right? It's it's like because there's like
I,
Froggy Ray. It's like, I really like Froggy Ray
yeah, probably right in
and
chat. I haven't
Skittle
actually
Farts.
seen their stream.
Skittle
I don't know if
Farts
they even are
420
they
is
streaming,
amazing. Yeah.
but I know definitely like when I first started out, there's a fellow in the UK called Leon Bratt. He gave me a big old shout out and
Yeah.
helped me out a lot.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and say that I made that connection. That I think I
Oh
led that
really?
raid. I think I led that raid because I was like, because you're, I was like, you should raid people. I was like, you should raid,
Yeah.
always raid. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna take credit that I led that raid to Leon and started that beautiful relationship.
Oh nice.
I'll just
Well,
take the credit. I'll just take the credit. It's fine. Even if you don't believe it, it's my
yeah,
show.
just claim it.
I'm
Just
claiming
claim it.
it's my show, my story. I'm the hero.
Yeah, that was cool. That was the start of discovering of the community and how supportive they are.
Yeah, yeah,
Another one, cartoon one, absolute
yeah.
fucking champion. Another one from the UK, and he just helped me out a lot. Was just like, if you need anything, let me know. If you need to know how to do anything, let me know. And sure enough, he told me how to do certain things and set things up. I think he was one who helped me with Discord as well. So I had no idea about Discord, but I don't get a chance to watch too many streamers. So I only get a small moment in the morning when I have a
Mm.
coffee. I'll jump on and see who's on, and it's usually people usually have their schedules, so it's usually always the same people on in the
So
mornings
what
or
do you do?
sometimes late at night.
So what do you have like a day job or what keeps you so busy?
I don't know. I just got stuff to do. Like
I got stuff
there's
to
always
do,
stuff to
bro.
do in this house. I'm always playing music. Like I'm trying to write an album now, so
Mm,
that keeps me pretty occupied.
right.
I only stream when the missus is at work, and she's a shift worker, so it could be early in the morning, it could be
Mm.
late at night, it could be in the afternoon. So I just work around her schedule, and um and then she usually gets a couple of days off in a week to a rostered day off or whatever. So then that I don't stream in those days, and that's when we go and do other things. That's when we go for go for a bushwalk or something.
Bushwalk.
Um,
I love that. I love that it's a bushwalk.
working, yeah. I've always got music to do. So whether it's Twitch, um, trying to learn songs for Twitch or trying to write music for the new album, I'm working with that metal band, so I'm learning some black metal tunes as well.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just
There's
yeah,
shit
it's
to do.
boggling how much
There's
stuff
shit
there
to
is to do.
do. Nothing like stuff to do. No idea
Yeah,
what. Just lots of stuff. Love it.
just
Yeah.
lots of stuff.
Just
Yeah.
lots of stuff, bro. I feel you though. It's like as soon as I had a kid, I just feel like all my stuff, I just had way too
Oh,
much stuff. As soon as a kid
yeah,
came into play, I was like, there's just too much stuff. Like I gotta
yeah,
start cutting stuff out of here.
yeah. I got mates that are now fathers, and they're so busy. It's like say
The
goodbye to
big
your
is.
life. They say.
Eh, kind of, but yeah, for sure. But kind of. I mean, you get it back, you get to reclaim it, and as they get older, they can just basically raise themselves. Like my son's
Yeah,
6, and
like
I just throw him a piece of raw meat every week, and he's good. He's good. He's good. He
yeah.
has it. He has it handled. He has his schoolwork, and he's good. Um, what what I'm just so curious on how like you're a fan of metal and how did you come into like ragtime and old style blues as a genre to pursue?
Good question. Like growing up, I was definitely just playing metal most of the time.
Which I love.
When I was a kid, I was around jazz a lot though. Jazz music. My granddad had a jazz radio station back in the day, and he started it with his mate. They both had a pretty big record collection, so they decided to make a radio station that just played jazz, and was pretty successful for a while, and my mum ended up being kind of like a DJ on there and having her own show.
Wow.
And so we would, my sister and I would often be at the studio while my mum was doing her 3 hour set or 2 hour set or whatever, and I'd just be on the computer there playing fucking, I don't know, table tennis on the computer.
Yeah.
But there'd always be jazz music going around. So I guess it was ingrained in me as a kid, but I never appreciated it back then. I don't know where I took the step. I first heard some gypsy jazz and liking metal. Man, the gypsy jazzers, they shred. They shred, but on acoustic, and they don't hide behind a distortion or an overdrive where
and sometimes with two
to be a little
fingers.
bit messy. Yeah, yeah, especially Django with two fingers. So that was wild. And they just, so I guess that connection of, because metal is often, you got shredders playing fast, and I never heard it on an acoustic before.
Right.
I was like, wow, this is insane. It's even harder. Plus, they're playing.
It's way more brutal. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're way more brutal runs than jazz.
Yeah. So, and then that, I guess, I don't know, snowballs into other genres, into the blues and
classical.
I always liked ragtime piano, but never played piano. And then I found out about ragtime, string ragtime, which is what they were playing, because I think ragtime piano was about 1890s, in the mid 1890s, ragtime piano was about. And then not long after that, the people started to try and play that style on guitar, and then that's when the ragtime blues and ragtime blues players and Piedmont blues players were coming out. And then I found that sort of music, and I was always intrigued about that. I was like, if I wanted to do a solo set, I want to do that style of music because it sounds so full with just one person. I don't want to have to bring other instruments to a gig. I don't like bringing stuff like okay, I do a whole stream with just one microphone into an interface, into the thing. It's like, I don't want to set up all this shit. I've done all that before, and I'm just, I'm probably just lazy. But I like the full sound of the ragtime music and that sort of fingerstyle guitar. So I don't have to bring stomp boxes and tambourines and all the other trinkets, which by all means, they sound great. They sound wonderful. Like we've played at a festival and we're backstage behind the stage in a tent setting up, and I heard this music on the stage and it sounded like a full band, and I went around the corner. It was just this chick on guitar with like feet drums and stuff and these effects, and it just sounded like a full band, and I was fucking blown away by that. She was insane. So there's definitely a purpose, and it definitely sounds good. But,
oh my gosh, C20, thank you for that sub.
Oh, C20.
Thank you so much. I appreciate for that resub.
Absolute legend, C20.
My goodness, thank you so much. Welcome. Oh my God, what time? What is it, like 7 for you? You just waking up?
It's crack of dawn.
She's crack of dawn, man. C20's doing a huge over there.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for that that resub, that 2-month sub. I'm gonna give you some air horn for that, because you deserved it. You deserve that air horn. You earned it.
Another legend, talented artist, C20. Another talented artist.
So good, so good. Oh my God, girl 2.0. Thank you so much. I forget that you can hear that, Dave. I forget.
Yeah.
And that's so
loud and clear.
I'm so glad that you can hear that. Wow. I'm just so happy about just being able to, it's all in one place. It just makes me so happy that I don't have like 5 monitors around me doing thousands of different things. Thank you guys so much for those subs. I really appreciate it. I'm always very surprised, but oh my gosh, thank you so much. And now there's a hype train. Oh my!
You got a hype train.
Oh my gosh, a hype train. I wish I had like a hype train something like. What do you do for hype trains, Dave? What's your hype train something?
I have nothing prepared for hype train. I don't know. I just go, holy shit! Look, there's a hype train.
Oh wow! Thanks, guys. That's nice of you. I appreciate it. It's
crazy.
There you go. There's Ric Flair. Oh my God, things are just going crazy right now. Well, I know we've been going at it for 2 hours, but sometimes my technology goes a little weird, and it just starts going woo, woo. And all of a sudden, like weird sounds start playing. I mean, do you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, mighty. Thank you
I
so
heard
much.
that.
You heard
That's
that?
Zelda. Fucking Zelda's awesome.
Oh my gosh. What is it?
Is that the?
Oh my God, mighty, 500 biddies. We're so hype right now, and she's crying.
Nice.
Mighty, you don't have to cry with those biddies. And thank you for the love, biddies. Saucy chicken nugget. Oh my God, what's going on here? Jeez Louise, you guys are killing me. You guys are killing me with all this love. Thank you so much. My heart's literally gonna start exploding soon. It's just gonna. Okay, I forget how annoying that is for people. People are like, "That's awful. Please stop fucking putting sirens in." The last thing I want to do is think the cops are coming. I'm trying to enjoy myself here, and now the 5-0's coming here to bust up the party and shake me down. Thank you so much, guys, for all that love. I truly do appreciate it. You guys are amazing people. So thank you for being here. But no, that is not Zelda, Dave. That means it's time for how much does it cost on Craigslist? Oh my God, Merry Cross Music. Thank you so much. You're my guest. You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to sub. You're supposed to come up here and talk. Mary. C Twitty. Thank you so much. I see. C Twitty has gifted Mary a subscription. So I take it back, Mary. No, I don't. Thank you guys. You guys. I mean, I'm losing my focus. You got 10 minutes to play a quick game, Dave?
Yeah, man.
All right.
What's the game?
It's called Alex.
Craigslist.
Just give me a second. I'm gonna share the screen with you. So give me 1 second to set up everybody. We'll be right back. We're gonna be playing a game. We're gonna be playing for. We got WSEG. Oh, you can't see that. WSEG mask. We Speak English Good mask. That is ready to go. We got No Mama's Way patch. We got, of course, we got the We Speak English Good emblem patch right there for everybody. So that's what we're going to be playing for. We're going to be playing for No Mames Way, We Speak English Good patch, or a We Speak English Good WSEG mask. So please do sit tight. We will be right back with how much does it cost on Craigslist? Your chance to win big. All right. That was dumb. Okay. We'll be right back, everybody. I'm over here just being silly. All right. Give us 1 second.
Yeah, the alarm worked. See Twitty.
And we are back. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are here, and I can't play any of the good songs. I can't play. I guess, what song can I play? I forgot what even songs are even on here. So here, what? All right, everybody, it is time for America's favorite game show. How much does it cost on Craigslist? That's right, the only game where we bid on other people's garbage that they're trying to sell on the internet. It's kind of like The Price is Right, but you can go over in price. So we're going to be bidding in US dollars. Sorry, Dave. This is US dollar. Oh, I should unmute Dave. And oh my God, I'm so excited about this, guys. You can actually see our guests today. You can see them. it's not just, it's, you can see them now. Look at that. Or it's up there. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. You guys have no idea. Thank you, Reina Mystique, for that 100 biddies. I appreciate it. I appreciate all you guys. Closed my eyes and woke up again at 7. All good. No worries. Dave K, very interesting interview. So happy I was able to catch you on here. Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
All right, guys. So it's a pretty easy game. It's just we're bidding on how much the item you think this item costs on Craigslist. So here we go. First item up for bid. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I guess that's how it works. First item up for bid. Oh, get out of here. Why are you there? Oh, no. Oh, my God. I ruined everything. Okay, well, we're not doing that one, guys. All right, here we go. First item up for bid. Oh, man, I was so bummed out because that hotel was amazing. All right, guys. First item up for bid, bronze sculpture of Native Americans stepping into a canoe by Carl Kaba. And it's out of Cranberry Township. So there you go. We got a bronze figure of Native Americans stepping into a canoe by Carl Kaba. It was made somewhere in between 1865 and 1921, inscribed with Carl Kaba and stamped with Gish. I don't know what that says. It's about 12.75 inches and 26.75 inches, which means nothing to Dave. So... or it might. Who knows? So
it's as tall as a Subway sandwich, right?
Yeah, sure. Yes, exactly. A Subway sandwich, a full Subway sandwich. So, Dave, how much do you think this item cost on Craigslist?
I don't know, $150.
$150 for Dave. Okay, folks, you heard it. So go ahead, drop your bids in the chat for your chance to win a patch. So how much do you guys think this costs on Craigslist? US dollars, please. Go ahead, guys. Drop your bids in the chat while I play this thing that I gotta find wherever it is. God, I need to put new stuff on here. That's not it. Darn it. Nope. Hold on. Nope. That's... Gosh. Okay. That's old stuff. Hold on. I'm hitting the wrong one. Okay, there we go. God damn, I'm so terrible at this right now. Okay, well, that's enough time I've wasted. Okay, guys, everybody drop your bid. That we're just going with that. We're just going with whatever's in chat now. So if you missed it, that's okay. We're doing one more. All right, guys, let's see what you guys are saying, and please feel free to keep dropping in the chat if you want to. So Mary Cross Music says $450. Reina Mystique says $1,200. Your favorite today says $2,500. $150 for Dave. C20 says $600, and Girl 2.0 says $650. Ooh.
Oh.
Mighty says $500. Okay. That is that. So let's go. Oh, that's not where I do the drum roll. The drum roll's over here. I got a whole new setup, everybody. So here we go. Drum roll, please. Oh, does it take forever now? Is that what's gonna happen? Now that I'm doing it over here, it takes forever to sync. God, come on. All right. I'm trying it over in this chat, everybody. That upsets me. Hold on. Go drum. Is it drum? Yes. Actual retail price on Craigslist. Let's see if this works. Nope, of course not. Okay. $34,000 out of North Pittsburgh.
Shit.
$34,000, everybody. $34,000. Your favorite today. I think your favorite today took it. That's right. Your favorite today, let me know what you want. If you want a mask or if you want a patch or whatever. Yeah, I know. I know, everybody. It's rascally old. It's for Dave. Okay. So one of our community members has gifted their prize, which is totally cool, to you, Dave. So you can choose your choice between.
Oh, wow.
And I forgot to say that these patches are provided through our sponsor, MotedStudios.com. MotedStudios.com. Go and get yourself some fully embroidered patches and apparel. You can get stuff like the Wu-Tang Clan in an Aussie flag if you want a Wu-Tang patch. I don't have any more Wu-Tangs, or else I'd be just flash them. So you could choose between the No Mommy's Way, We Speak English Good thing mask, or, which I don't know why you'd want a mask since you guys don't have masks really, or a patch. So you can let me know in in the emails and stuff, and you can send me your address and I'll send that out. Okay, guys, we're going to do one more, and then we're going to let our guest today go and live their life, their very ruined morning life.
It's all right. I don't have a gig tonight anymore, so we're good.
Well, good. I'm glad. Do you think if you would... Well, wait, you were going to have a gig, and you booked this anyways. Wow.
Yep.
You're a real trooper.
When it rains, it pours.
You're a real trooper. I appreciate that. That's a real highway robbery. I agree. For sure. Well, I appreciate that. Your favorite today said they had fun with you, Dave. So I'm guessing that's why they wanted to gift you today. That. And everybody, please do go follow Dave. Go give him some love. Let me see, Dave. Go give him some love. He's doing all the good thing. He's doing the Lord's work. All right, Francis Kornbluth. Rain Abstract Expressionist Painting. Francis Kornbluth signed Mixed Media Rain, last painting created. Oh, this is their last painting. Oh, I hate that stupid screen share thing at the bottom. Francis, Mixed Media 40 by 30 on textured handmade paper mounted on plywood. The handmade paper appears to have been wetted and pressed over a grid, possibly a lobster trap, then allowed to dry. Then the painting was created. Wow, that's just for prep. Francis Kornbluth was an abstract expressionist painter who worked in New York City, northwestern Connecticut, and Manila Island off the coast of Maine. Her body of work spans 7 decades and can be found in the collections of the Chrysler Museum of Art, the Colby College Museum of Art, the Hudson River Museum, and the Museum. See .com for further details. So there you go, everybody. That was a lot. That was a lot for me to stumble through. We speak English good. Okay, Dave K Music. How much does this item cost on Craigslist?
Right. If the other one was like in the 30,000s, this has to be like bloody like $50,000, $60,000, $60,000.
It don't gotta be nothing, Dave.
Yeah, we go 60K.
You going 60K? He's going 60K. Everybody, he's stepping out on the ledge here. Oh, I'm writing Dave won. I have to write down who won because I forget constantly. Okay. Everyone, please, why the F are people not putting these for auction? Craigslist, right? Because they don't want the full amount of money that they could get from it. They just want people to make fun of them online, like me. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely going to make fun of this person if it's crazy. I don't even remember what the prices are anyways. Okay, guys, go ahead and drop. God, I got to get better music. Where is the good music? I can't do that one. What is it? No, gosh, never mind. Yeah, okay, weird. Great. Okay, we're just doing Sonic again, everybody. Yeah, okay, there you go. That's the one I was looking for earlier, by the way. All right, guys, drop those bits, drop those bits, drop Ziggy in Korea! Hey, Ziggy, baby, I got your money, don't you worry. I said, hey, Ziggy, I got your money, don't you worry. I said, hey, Ziggy, I got your money, don't you worry. I said, hey. All right, so we got your favorite today says $2,500. Reina Mystique says $60,000 for Cave, thank you. Girl 2.0 says $7,800. $15,000 for Ziggy. Oh my God, Matt Suarez Music, you're awake. You're awake. Welcome to the world, my friend. Matt Suarez Music, thank you so much for that subscription. You're a beautiful angel, you. You get one of these. And let's see, how about one of these? There it is. Thank you so much, Matt. I really do appreciate your subscription. And if everybody give Matt some love, he likes to get weird. We love Matt. He is a IRL fan, a friend, who I love and respect as a man and a musician. And we've had conversations, and I think Matt's gonna come back on. He seemed a little tired when he committed, but I don't know. So maybe next Friday, the 15th, I think Matt and Big Chili Chill and Orchestraria are gonna come on the show. Everyone's pretty much sealed in, so I know it's weird times for everybody because we're on different sides of the world, but okay, cool. So Matt's in, everybody. I put him on the spot on the show, so that was rude of me. I'm sorry, Matt. You know I love you, baby. Okay, let's try this again here. So Girl 2.0 said 7,800. Ziggy in Korea said 15,000 Ziggies. That's a new kind of currency if you guys didn't know. It only exists in Korea, and it only exists in Ziggy's apartment. 15,000 for C20. Oh, 17,000. C20. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what happened. And C20, I know you're kind of newish to this channel, so I'm going to let this slide. One of the rules is if you already wrote an answer or a bid, that's the last of it. I always forget to tell people that, so I do apologize. That's my fault. So we're going to let that slide, C20. We're going to let it slide. Froggy Ray says $35,000. Hey, tough competition today. I agree. $185,000 for Mighty Mighty. You got that reverb? Yeah, I got that reverb. 250 for Matt Suarez Music. Yeah, I got you, baby. I got you. Plus some peanuts. Oh, I like it. Jen Fire, what is up? Thank you for being here. I appreciate your presence. Please, if you want to bid on this painting, you have just a few seconds here before you can throw a bid in before I get done putting in the drum roll. So here we go. Drum roll, please. Nope, that's not it, you fucking illiterate. Okay, here we go. Drum. There we go. That's actual retail price on Craigslist. Oh my God. $1,400. Oh, there you go, folks. $1,400. Dave, you said 60K, and you couldn't be further from wrong, my friend. You were very, very wrong. Dave, why do you like being wrong?
Why do I like being wrong?
Yeah. I'm just joking. Don't answer that. That was really just stupid. It was a joke question. It was really dumb. Okay, so who got that, guys? I'm going to need some help because, of course, okay, so 78, I see 25 for, wait, no, is that from your last bid or is that, are you going with 2,500 again? Your favorite today? I think so. Because if you did, I think that you won again. 250. Did 250 take it? Anybody want to chime in here? Matt Suarez Music for the win! Thank you, Reina. I would have been here all night. Yeah, thank you guys. You guys are my saving grace. So Matt, you get the choice between a WSEG TV or WSEG face mask. I think you already have this. And then we have the Spanish no mames way. No mames. So so whatever is left after, or you can have the wallaby shoe. The very coveted wallaby shoe. Okay. Let's bring Dave back and let's say our proper goodbyes. So you know, I mean, I don't want to say goodbye to him with a big awful Craigslist ad just peering out from underneath him. So give us one moment while we switch back to looking beautiful again, and we'll get back to you. But I'm not gonna leave you. I'm still here. I'm still talking. Which, ask my wife. She asks that question all the time. You're still talking? Jesus Lord. Please stop talking, sir. Please. Yeah, I talk too much. There you go, everybody. Just so everybody knows. I guess that's why. I guess that's why I have a podcast where I just talk a lot. So there it is.
Oh, yeah, you can talk. It's good.
Dave K Music. I just recently learned that the name of your band is Slips and the Fiery Whippersnappers. Is that correct?
The Flaming
Whippersnappers.
The Flaming Whippersnappers.
Damn it. By the way, which is amazing name, Flaming Whippersnappers. Like, that's a great name. Thank you for that. So are we to expect new Flaming Whippersnappers music and metal music? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. The metal stuff is just a project I'm working with. So they've already recorded an album and stuff. They just need a live band. So I'm sort of just doing session work for them. And there'll be. I just started writing another album, so it'll probably be under Slips and the FWs. Definitely album number 2, whatever it may be, whenever it may be, because I've only got one song so far. Well, we got to start. We got to start somewhere.
Yeah, you do. And how can people get a hold of you? How can people find you? Besides these amazing links in the chat, but the people listening on the audio are not gonna have that availability. Although you can find all these links in the show notes, so I do appreciate y'all that go into the show notes and click around. But
you can check us out anywhere, really. Anywhere there's music, you can just look up Slips and the FWs. Yes. FWS.
And I have a link in the show notes, everybody, and I'll have a link in not the show notes. Oh my god, I have a link in the chat, everyone, that goes to his Spotify and his YouTube's and the Walmarts and the Kmarts. But also I'll have a in the show notes as well for the people listening. There's gonna be a bunch of links in there and stuff. So please go click around, support your boy Dave K Music. Dave, when's the next time you plan on streaming? Let everybody know.
No idea. Whenever the missus is at work next, I'll have to check the roster on the calendar.
We actually got a last minute question here before we say our goodbyes. Are you Dave K Music? Are you the Twitch baby daddy?
Oh, you were talking about that when Reina raided me last time. I still don't quite understand the Twitch. Was that something like Reina was 9 months into streaming?
Yes.
Is that?
Yeah. She's 9 months into streaming, so she thought it would be fun to have a baby, but it was twins, and
And you're finding the daddy of the baby.
Right. Well, Reina wants me to raise the kids as my own. I'm willing to do that, but one has been disfigured recently because I dropped it. And so I don't want that one. I don't want the one that I dropped. But the other one's kind of cute, so I guess I could keep it around for like fetching my shoes or something, but I don't. So yeah, I'm not sure. Mary Povich, he is not the father, no. But Mary Povich, Maury is someone that we are going to contact or at least consult with. No, you know what? You can't hold me to that one stream, Ziggy. You can't hold me to the things I said for a 1K plan. Okay, guys, who are we rating? Who we gonna go and show some love to? I got a few people here that I'm looking at. Manhands Lizzie. I love Manhands. Let's do Manhands. Unless Reina, you got someone that you think is cooler than Manhands. Thank you, Dave K. Yeah, Dave K. You guys definitely gotta check out.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
Spread the seed and make that cheese, baby. Yeah, man. Let's ask the guests together. Let's ask the guests together. What are we asking them? Girl 2.0. I'm sorry, I lost track of truth. I put a couple names in chat. Samuel Tucker Young or Alana Maddie. Okay, let's go with Alana Maddie because I don't know who that is, and we are looking for.
Alana's a champion. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Then I'm here for it. So sounds good. Oops, that's not how you do it. Let me get my stupid fingers to do things. Okay, wonderful. There it is. All right, guys. We are rating Alana. Wait a second. Did I do it? No, I didn't. What's happening? Is it happening? It's happening. Okay. We're rating Alana. What's her name? Gosh darn it. I already forgot it. Alana something. Be nice. Maddie. Alana Maddie. So everybody, let's, oh yeah. Thank you for, oh, I gotta resub that stupid thing. Okay. So there is a generic raid call that just says, we speak raid good. You could drop that one or whatever. You did it. I did do it. Thank you. I appreciate your words of, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Okay, guys, we'll be back on Sunday with Mary Cross Music. She is a wonderful R&B singer, songwriter. She's worked with Boys the Men. She's worked with the Stylistics. She's worked with Fierce. So she definitely has years in the game, and she is ready to talk. And she has a new song coming out and a new video, and we're going to talk all about it. So be here on Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then on Monday, we have Kent Suku. I have to say it like that because we speak English good. Kent Suku will be on the show Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please do come back to us. Come and hang. We got lots and lots of great things going on. So I will see you guys Sunday. I love you. Be good to your fellow human beings. HJs for everybody. I'll talk to you later. And we're rated. There it is. We have rated. We did it. Oh, shit. I don't have her pulled up. Anyway, Dave, thank you so much for coming on, man. Thank you for being my first to test out my new thing that's happening here. So I truly
the new Wandanga. It's great.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, man. That was good fun, fella.
I'm glad you could hear all the silliness that's going on here and everything. So, Dave, I've been wanting to have you on for a while, and I'm so happy that you came in. So I will talk to you soon.